Alright, oh, why am I holding a no you card? There we go. Hello everybody, welcome on in. Happy Tuesday! I normally don't stream Tuesdays, except I did in fact stream Tuesday last week. So I guess this is a trend that is starting of some sort. I don't know. Perhaps. But welcome on in. I hope you guys are having a good one. Yes, so this is a game that I wasn't gonna play this week. I was gonna play it next week, but CalMage asked very nicely, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll put it to a poll. So I polled the Proto Stars in the Discord, and people said that they wanted me to play Wholesome Monster Girl Academia. And Democracy won. Yes, indeed. Democracy did in fact win. So this is, well, here, let me read the description on Steam if you guys are unfamiliar with the VJagame. If I can find it on Steam, please and thank you. There we go. A wholesome high school experience with monster girls set in a Catholic school. Befriend and try to romance with a harpy girl, dragon girl, slime girl, succubus, or a vampire. Along the way, learn and apply lessons from your faith to improve your relationship with God and the girls. There you go. That's the official description. I usually don't play dating sims. I don't think I've ever streamed a dating sim ever. It's not really up my alley. It's not something I'm interested. I think I've only played one dating sim in my entire life, and that was Namco High, because it featured Anti-Bravo Man in it, okay? And Bravo Man is my favorite comic strip ever whatsoever. Followed very closely by Brewster Rocket. And then a third place of Calvin and Hobbes. That's right. I liked it better than Calvin and Hobbes. And Anti-Bravo Man was my favorite character from my favorite comic strip. So how could I not play a video game that featured him? Yeah. So that's the only dating sim I've ever played. Anyway, same but yet here we are. This is not my fault. This is CalMage's fault. CalMage bullied me into doing this. This was not my pick of game. He was talking with like Junie or someone else who was streaming it, and I'm like, he's like, oh, Neb should play this game, and I'm like, no, I shouldn't. I don't want to play this game. It's a dating sim. But here we go. Yes. You guys know me. I don't like the ushy-gushy romance stuff. I don't like, any of this really. But it is a wholesome one, and it is very faith-centered. So, I mean, why not give it a try, I guess. You added him and asked him to ask you? So it's Julian's fault. I can point the finger of blame straight at you. Well, now I know. He was originally going to have me play Hamtaro Ham Heartbreak, but he pivoted and he said he wanted me to play this one instead. So, that's how much he wanted me to play it. There you go. Neb blaming Cal and she secretly wants to play it. I don't though. Hi Fudge. Welcome on in. I think it sounds like a great game for CalMage to stream. It doesn't have enough gun pew shooty for my tastes. But we'll see. Maybe I will do a full 180. Maybe I will change my mind. Who knows? Yeah. Hello, Cringy Kronk. Welcome on in. Also, congratulations to Cringy Kronk for winning first place in the stream. Yay. I'm not surprised it was Julian with how he reacted in the Discord. It was pretty wild. But yes, hello Julian, hello Fudge, hello Cringy Kronk. Let's get started with some stream raiders. Here we go. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab this one with the unknown chest. And oh wait, I need to check my quests. Oh, good thing I did. Yeah, thank you. I don't know why it did that. This is way better than Hamtaro. Dang, CalMage will probably have words. In all seriousness, if you aren't feeling it after a while, feel free to bail. I have gotten my fix. I haven't even played the game yet, Julian. What do you mean? Okay, this is just normal upright. I don't have to specialize. Alright, 0 brain power required. Okay. Nope. Nope. I am not a quitter. I am not a quitter. I'm gonna do the game for the entirety of the 3 hours. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, gotten your fix from Junie. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, let's head over here. Let me rearrange my screens so I can see people's messages. Let's see, this goes here. And this goes here. And then I need to pause the background music and replace it with this background music. Alright, anything else that I need? No, I think I am good to go. Yeah, this is your guys' fault that this is now in my Steam library. I hope you're happy. So I'm assuming based off the description, right? Yeah. This isn't a dragon monster girl. This is a human with horns. I demand a refund. I'm outraged. I need to do voices. Okay, this guy looks... Yeah, so I'm not completely spoiler-free from this game because I have, like, walked into the room and seen CalMage watching Junie play this. So, like, I know a little bit about it. And so it's not completely 100% blind. Yeah, and I remember reading like a Q&A on Twitter with or it wasn't on Twitter, like some post that he showed me about why there's a succubus in a Christian video game kind of thing. And the guy was like, oh, it's not a real succubus. It's a monster species that looks like a succubus. And I'm like, that's kind of thin ice there, but whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I do know that this is apparently one of the vampire daywalker people. But yeah. Note, this might be a controversial take, but I don't really like games to be overly and explicitly Christian. It kind of feels like a cheapening and commercialization of the faith. Also, it's usually cringe. Fair enough. I don't think I've ever played a Christian video game, actually, now that I think about it. I don't know, has there been some VeggieTales point-and-click game out there? I don't know. I don't think I've ever played one. Well, hopefully it's okay. This is actually fun. Alright, well, we'll see. I'll be the judge of that. Alright, this guy looks very sleep-deprived. Welcome to the demo of Wholesome Monster Girl Academia. All of the written context of the demo is finished, but there is always room for more scenes in the future and any missed grammar corrections. Please enjoy reading and let me know of any bugs, inconsistencies, or any constructive criticism you have. If you want to follow for updates, blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Cool. So let's begin. The final bell of my first week as a high school junior blares through the hallways. Okay, final week of high school junior. I'm trying to remember the high school terminology. So it's freshman.
Sophomore, junior, senior.
Oh, thank you, CalMage. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. And sophomore stands for sophisticated morons. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Okay, so he's 11th grade. Gotcha. Third year in American schools? No. Third year is, third year of high school.
Did you tell everybody about Nahi?
I did not tell everybody about Nahi. It's important. Alright, CalMage would like everybody to know that little Nahida went to the vet today, and she is now very high on drugs, because she got spayed or neutered or whatever. So she is loopy and has a little cone on her head, and she's been bumping into walls and can barely walk, and is being a crazy little kitty cat. She been staring out the window. Actually, I don't see her now. She was staring out the window like a minute ago. Yeah, loopy cat shenanigans. She is a baby.
My little drug addicted baby.
She better not be addicted. But yes, everybody say hello to Kelmage. He's here. It's his fault. Alright.
Surprise, this is the Bible study stream.
No, it's not the Bible study stream. Alright. Alright, so this is what Fudge said. It's the third year of American high school. I guess he got transferred? Oh, I guess the game will tell us. But what would you get transferred halfway through the... whatever. I'm sure the game will tell us. My years are soon filled with hundreds of simultaneous conversations from students all over the school. I shove my books into my backpack and rush out of the classroom or leave to be free for the weekend. Mood. I'll probably spend my time gaming or seeing what my friends are up to. Not that we're super close or do anything meaningful, but it's still nice to hang around others with similar interests. For better or worse, it seems that nothing in my life ever changes. Cringy Kronk says, hello.
Oh, hello.
Can't believe Nahida's addicted to Fench? No! Oh, maybe. Expanding Neb's gaming exploits is beyond the pew-pew. Is this like a pun on pews in churches? Probably not. You probably just mean beyond shooty games. Maybe his dad is in the military. Maybe.
Just watch.
Oh, okay.
Can I turn the light on?
Yes. Even this year is starting to feel much the same as the last. The only difference is that I'm 1 year older than before. 1 year closer to graduation and freedom from school. Heck yeah! I leave the school through the double metal doors that lead downstairs into the parking lot. While rushing through the courtyard, I hear some raised voices coming from the far end of the sidewalk away from me. Does he get isekai'd? Is this an isekai story? No, he was the Mythbuster all along. Oh no. Oh no. Poor Nahi. She's just a baby. She's too young to be addicted to meth. While rushing through the courtyard, I hear some raised voices coming from the far end of the sidewalk away from me. Hey, don't hop away from us, Cottontail. I can't quite tell from afar, but a student with the build of a linebacker appears to be harassing someone, a bunny-type monster girl. Okay, this is clickable. What happens if I click it? Oh! Stuff happens. Encyclopedia. Bunny people. Oh. Thank you. Calmage is making pizza noodle soup. And he gave me a spoonful. Yeah, this seems fair. Most monster settings have bunny people in them, I guess. Like Ruby has them, sort of. Bunny people are a monster race characterized by their long furry ears and fluffy cotton tails. They have a keen sense of hearing and smell, and are known for their swift and graceful agility. They are usually quite sociable when among friends, often forming close-knit communities. Many enjoy social gatherings and celebrations, although some are turned off by the idea of the Easter Bunny. You know what? Understandable. Completely understandable. Oh, so will this fill out even if I don't click on it? Oh, unread. Yes, it will. Nice. Okay, so never mind. This is not an isekai story. He just lives in the monster universe. Aw, she cute. Looking closer, I recognize her as one of the few monster people in our school, Sophia. There aren't a whole lot of them in the public school system. For various reasons, it's taking some time for monster people to integrate into society. Interesting! So, monster people are a new thing? They weren't always in this world? Perhaps? Or maybe it's like they only recently got rights or something? I don't know. We'll see. I like how neither of these guys you can see their eyes. I guess they're meant to be nameless background characters. A second shorter but slimmer student smoothly slides his arm around Sophia's shoulder. I instantly recognize him as Dave. Never mind, he has a name. As Dave, the shadiest guy in school. He's well known for the not-so-savory parties that he throws at his rich parents' house. It's no surprise to me that one of the football players has fallen into one of his schemes. Got any plans this weekend? Bill here and me know a good place to hang out free from prying eyes. Sophia's eyes shift around uncomfortably. I hesitate for a moment, thinking that I should just let this pass since there are plenty of other people around. Surely, out of all these people, someone will stick up for her. Despite her shifting hands, Sophia's legs are locked and her feet are frozen in place. She looks like a rabbit caught in a trap. I survey the courtyard and notice that nobody else is even looking in their direction.
Don't be in such a rush. We'll show you our favorite hangout spot and even share a few drinks.
Please, leave me alone. I have a boyfriend.
Oh, I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you just went out for a few drinks with old friends, would he?
She's clearly lying anyways. Who'd actually go out with a cursed freak like her?
Quiet, moron. Hey, ignore him. Let's just go somewhere a little more quiet. I've been told
that a man is defined by the actions he takes, and I don't think I can consider myself much of a man if I don't take action now. So this is me? Do I need to come up with... Nah. This guy's getting my voice. Generic jock bad nerd good trope. Pain. I think if you right click it toggles the captions on and off. I think it looks like it's a save. History, codex, auto, save. Preferences? With no full screen. Fun fact, they did not have options on the landing page, which was very bizarre to me. But maybe that's normal for dating sims, I don't know. Skip unseen text? Skip after choices, skip transitions. I don't know what this means. Text speed, auto forward time. So probably something. No. Ah! Whoa! Shiny! Hello, Shiny! Welcome on in. Thank you so much. Here, let me click on the button that shows me what's happening here. Thank you so much for resubscribing with your Twitch Prime for 32 whole months. That is a crazy amount of time. Well over 2 years of subscriptions. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you being cool. And happy November. Thank you for streaming. Know you. Triple know you. Oh, yay. Oh, okay. Well, I guess this is where I admit defeat. Just kidding. Know you, number 1. Know you, number 2. Know you, number 3. Know you, number 4. Know you. No, I got this. Know you. Know you. Know you. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. What am I know youing? Thank you for streaming. Thank you for being an awesome member of the community. Appreciate it. I really appreciate the support. And I really appreciate that you've stuck around for this song. Do we have a problem here?
Screw off, man. This is none of your business.
Yeah, mind your own business. Can't you see we're busy making plans for the weekend?
I wasn't talking to you two morons. Wow, what a delivery. What an AI voice line delivery there. I wasn't talking to you two morons. I was talking to my friend Sophia. It isn't very common for humans and monster people to hang out in most public schools, though there are a few exceptions. Oh, does he get expelled? Does he punch him? Everyone typically keeps to their own group, so it surprises these two that I even know her name. When I glance at Sophia's face, she appears relieved that she's no longer alone in this situation. She takes initiative and pushes Dave's arm off her shoulder.
Hold it. I'm not letting you go without having a little fun first.
Are schools really like this? I doubt that this kind of situation ever happens. That's just me. Dave starts after her again and grabs a hold of her waist instead. I instinctively reach towards her, but suddenly see stars. Bill, no longer caring about Dave or Sophia, had just sucker punched me directly into my temple. I raise my arms up in defense and get ready to throw punches myself. Sophia stomps on Dave's fancy shoe and makes a break for it. I'll go get a teacher. As she says this, I prepare to defend myself against the giant in front of me. Somehow, through my imperception, I've ended up with my back against the school building, leaving me no choice but to fight back. He swings wide, giving me the opportunity to duck in and release a flurry of blows. Jab. Hook. Swing. 2 hits to the gut and 1 to the jaw, all of which he brushes off like it's nothing. In return, he punches me right in the eye, causing me to wince back in pain. Thinking quickly, I rush at him despite his build and try to tackle him back. It does me no good, however, since he's built like a truck and he pushes me backwards against the wall. He knees me in the gut and grabs my shirt with his hands, causing me to panic. I use the wall to leverage some extra force and kick him in the gut, causing him to bend forward in pain. However, right as I do this, we hear Sophia returning with a teacher in tow. Here they are, right over here. And as quickly as it started, it's over. The teacher rushes over, having witnessed only my final kick. She makes an instantaneous judgment then and there as to who is at fault and has us march to the principal's office. Sorry, I'm just looking at the background. I'm trying to figure out, I think this is all 3D here. Versus the previous background looked like it was 2D. Huh.
Imagine the concept of depth in a picture.
I think that this is 3D models. No, I mean, like, I think it's a 3D model. I think they made it with, like, Blender or something. That's what I was saying. Like, it's not a sketch. You know?
Maybe.
It's just cringe white knight wish fulfillment. I mean, hey, hi, hello? What's Andy's catchphrase again? Hey, hi, hello there. You were very close, cringy cronk. It's just cringe. Okay, so I'm right. Schools aren't really like that. Also, I don't think you're gonna get expelled for one fight. Like, you have to be a repeat offender to get expelled. Or be like a delinquent or something. Hello, what if Andy? Oh, why is Cringy Kronk trying to impersonate me? I mean, hey, hi, hello all. Oh, I was off by a word. It's hello all, not hello there. Foiled again. See, none of us can stand up to the authentic What If Andy experience. But welcome on in. It doesn't matter to them that I wasn't the one who started it. It doesn't matter to them that I was helping someone out of a potentially dangerous situation. All that matters to them is the school's no tolerance policy. I sit in the chair with the principal looming over me, lecturing me about fighting on school grounds, especially on the first week of school. He sentences me to a week of detention and threatens expulsion if anything like this ever happens again. Okay, cool. Yikes, a week for one fight? That's pretty extreme.
Well, 2, because it has to happen again. 2, because he says, if it happens again.
No. A week of detention.
Oh.
I was like, for a fight, you'd get like a day of detention.
No
not
way.
a week.
I don't know what school you went to.
I don't know. I shove my brain off to anything else he has to say to me. I'm not going to listen to anything from someone with the power to make things right, but chooses not to look at facts. All that matters to me is that I was justified in my actions. I don't care what any authoritative body says about it. I know in my heart that I'm right. I just wish I knew how to properly express that. Oh, I got little crosses in the background. That's cool. Fortunately, my parents are a lot more patient than the school administrators, and I'm able to explain my side of things to them. It's because of situations like this that I know I have them to thank for my strong sense of justice. My parents, fed up with how my school handles bullying situations, decide to enroll me in a private Catholic school 3 hours away from... 3 hours away? Oh, so he's probably boarding there, I guess. Jay the Dark Elf, hello, hello. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good one. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate the support. I appreciate your cool awesomeness. And I hope that you had a lovely stream. For the people who joined us in Jay's raid, please share what your favorite thing about Jay is. And could we get a shout out for him, please? Let us know what you were playing. How was your stream? If you have to head out because you're exhausted from streaming, please don't feel guilt-tripped into sticking around with us, but we're very happy to have you. We are playing a dating sim, which I have never streamed before, one of these types of video games, so I don't know, I'm probably going to have some sort of scathing commentary. Back in my day, you'd probably get a week of suspension? Really?
Yeah.
Really? For a fight?
Yep.
Wow. Dang. Okay. Maybe I guess the schools I went to didn't care. I don't know. Anyway. Hello to Mustache. Hello to Sky Ender Rose. And hello to Jay themselves. Hope you're having a good one. Crow Country sounds festive for the fall season. I was trying to think of the right word. It's not festive. Oh well. My brother got a week for it back in the day. Alright, okay, so I stand corrected. I stand corrected. It's made to look like an old PS1 Resident Evil game. Ooh, alright, alright. So more spooky game? Ah, spooky game. Okay, gotcha. Nib schools were soft on crime. It's probably why she always says kill them with kindness instead of a bazooka. You know what? Maybe I should start having a bazooka on hand. Maybe Neb 4.0 will have a bazooka. Well, I can hope. Anyway. Okay. 3 hours away. Yeah. There's no way they're gonna drive 3 hours every day. He's gotta be boarding. It's not out of nowhere that they come to this conclusion either. Our local church is offering scholarships over the summer for people wanting to attend the now current school year, and there are still slots available. My parents asked me if I agree with their assessment, whether this will be the best thing for me or not. They seem to regret not having put me through private school earlier, if only for the education. I don't really have any deep attachments to my current school, so I'm not all that opposed to the idea of going to a new private one. You like it? It's got puzzles you gotta figure out. Okay. I like them puzzles. Why would you want to give hand a bazooka? You know what? That is a terrible decision. You are absolutely right. Firing off a rocket? I assume you mean whenever CalMage says a meow. That'd be kind of funny. But nah. I gave hand nukes. I think bazookas are the least of your worries. You gave hand nukes? We're all doomed then. That's it. That's it. There's no hope for the humanity left. Unfortunately, I still have to finish out the rest of the month at my current school. So I ride out the rest of my detention and finish the remaining month, keeping my head down and nose clean. On a positive note, during that time I end up befriending Sophia during my final weeks. She really is cute. So, this is it, I guess. I guess so. Maybe he could text her back and forth. She could be the I don't know, wingman girl or something. I don't know. Get her Discord number and invite her to your server. I don't know. What else? How do you guys keep in touch with friends? Pen pals can write her letters over the weekend. I'm glad I got to know you better before I left at least. Who knew we'd both be into the same bands and basketball teams? Right? I never expected that humans and monster people would have so much in common. Sorry. It's fine. I was thinking the same thing. We really aren't that much different on the inside, it seems. Is Sophia the one that got away? Huh? I mean, It just hand waves, oh, I got to know her over the last month. Discord kitten, not Discord buddy. No, I mean, like, what do you do when you make a friend, right? You play with them on Warframe and chat in a Discord chat. That's how you make friends. I don't know. I'm not trying to make Discord kittens, you dinguses. You need a sparkly rainbow sound effect for every time you say kill them with kindness at the send-off, and a shotgun sound for every time Calmage says his shotgun joke. It'll be great. He has a shotgun joke? Oh, is it a shotgun called kindness or something? Fair enough. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. Watch me say I gotta do that and then never do it. Her natural habitat? Fodge. It's time for you to go visit a farm. Listen, I heard that there's a good bunny farm down the road, and you can be very happy there, but it's time for you to leave the habitat. Thank you. No, you're doing what with kittens? I'm not doing anything with kittens. They were saying I'm not doing anything with kitten. Nahida is a cute little kitten, and she the kitty cat. She's loopy from her drugs because she went to the vet, and she's a sick little kitty now. And she is not acting normal. She got her little cone on, and she's staring. I can see her right now. She's back. She's got her little cone pressed to a window. Just the whole cone is pressed to the window.
She's a little drug addict.
No, she's not addicted. She's not addicted. No, I'm not, Kronk. Kronk, don't make me time you out. No! There's an actual little kitty cat here. I am not digging a hole. I am innocent. Khajiit is innocent of all crimes. Anyway, if only I had time to get to know her and her kind more. I still feel bad that you got in trouble even after I gave my side of the story to the principal. Don't worry about it. If you hadn't spoken up afterwards, my detentions would have been all day during school with Dave and Bill rather than for an hour after school. Hey, cheer up. At least you won't have to keep attending the same school as those jerks anymore. Are you going to be okay despite them being here? Don't worry about me. Us bunny girls are stronger than we look. I'll just stick with my friends after school. Well, be safe, Sophia. And I guess text me. Okay, so he does have her number. Nice. And I guess text me if you need anything. Not that I can do much. 3 hours away. Same goes to you, Gabe. Take care. Yeah, you too. Somehow I doubt we'll keep in touch, but part of me hopes that we will, despite the physical distance. After all, it's good to have friends. Friend good. By the end of that day, the new school's paperwork is taken care of and all my necessary things are packed up. I think I'm ready to leave this school behind. Still, this will be a massive change for me. I've never been away from home for more than a week, so it will take some getting used to. Genesis 6:1-14. And after that, men began to be multiplied upon the earth, and daughters were born to them. Sons of God, seeing the daughters of men, that they were fair, took to themselves wives of all which they chose. And God said, My spirit shall not remain in man forever, because he is flesh, and his days shall be 120 years. Now the Nephilim were upon the earth in those days, for after the sons of God went into the daughters of men, and they brought forth children, these are the mighty men of old, men of renown. These few lines of early scripture have been the cause of much controversy for the last century or so. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, mankind shot the first satellites into space. It didn't take very long. What does this have to do with anything? For these satellites to be used for practical purposes such as weather tracking and observation. During one particular observation effort, scientists discovered some small towns and cities hidden in areas previously unexplored in regions of the 6 major continents populated by humanity. Various world government powers took it upon themselves to send people out to chart these unknown peoples and to find out how they had hidden themselves from the world up and into the modern era. What they discovered baffled and scared most of humanity. Monster people whose description were always thought to be mere fantasy. Harpies, dragonkin, slime succubi, and even vampires were found among various other monster races. Oh, okay. I thought this was like an actual historical thing for a moment. I'm like, okay, source, please. I want to look into this. This sounds like a cool and interesting story. It's like, oh no, this is so I was right. Monster people are a recent addition. Let's go. Also, you said that to a dark elf. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jay. I have played maybe 10 minutes of Skyrim. I do not know the deep dark elf and Khajiit lore. Are they frenemies? Are they rivals? I do not know. How's everyone doing today? Y'all drinking water? I am not. Let's go. Antarctica discrimination. Oh no. I didn't write it, so it's not historical. There we go. I should have known from the beginning. Alright, Stream Raiders is up. I'm gonna head over there. No, Stream Raiders. It's the first Stream Raiders.
You're an hour in, you're like actually 5 minutes into the game.
No? Calmish, calm. Stream Raiders. Wait, did I place a unit? I did not place a unit. Did we lose by default? What happens? What happens? Okay. We lost by default. That has never happened to me before. That's kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. I was expecting something about lost tribes in the Amazon. Me too! I was thinking like new cultures in Africa, and then there were or people who were taller than average or something. I don't know. All right. And actually, the real context for that quote that they... Well, here, let me go back to the video game. Here, it shows the history, right? This one. So the real reason behind this quote, because I looked it up because Calmage and I had a discussion about it. What it means by this is that the sons of God are the descendants of Abel and his siblings. And then the daughters of men are the descendants of Cain. So it's saying that the Nephilim were born from the union between the two, well, not races, but families, I guess, that happened. And it is not, in fact, angels when it says sons of God. It's talking about humans. There's no angel human hybrids that were wandering around back then. Just saying. Alright, let's look at these descriptions. Oh, hey! You have things for the peoples. This is kind of cool. Monsters were always there. The whole world had perception filters turned on, like Doctor Who. Yeah. Exactly. Or maybe they were just like, you know, maybe they were in like the Amazon. Who knows? Also, the Dark Elves, aka Dunmer, let's just say kept them and the lizards as free labor in Morrowind. Gotcha. Okay, so no friendly feelings between them, I would guess. Harpies are winged monster people who are capable of flight. They have scaly limbs and their hands and feet have sharp talons. Legends say that they used to pick up travelers on the road before flying off, kidnapping them for supper or other nefarious purposes. Rumors have a way of being dispelled by factual evidence, however, as modern-day harpies are not strong enough to fly while carrying the weight of another person. That's cool. That's cool. How they have the myth and the fact. Like the unicorn, the myth of the unicorn versus the fact of the unicorn. I like that. Harpies. I wonder where harpies originate. I know harpies are in like Greek mythology. I wonder if there are any other mythologies that have them. Dragonkin are a strong, proud race of monster people who pride themselves on their strength. It's said that as dragons were dying off during the Middle Ages, some of them took the form of man to find mates, resulting in dragonkin, although this is commonly accepted as myth. Even so, some dragonkin pass this story down to their children through bedtime stories. Slimes are a strange and unique race of monster people. While their bodies appear amorphous, they seem to prefer taking a humanoid shape. Their origins are a complete mystery, and their forms baffle even the most elite of scientists. There are rumors that they may have come from secret government laboratories in Area 51, but those appear to be baseless rumors. Huh. I like how, nobody knows where any of these came from. All they have is myths. They have Area 51 myth, dragon interbreeding myth. Nobody actually knows anything about their origins. Vampires are an evil monster person race that feed on human blood to survive. Half vampires are a different story, however. That's all the lore we get. That's all the lore. All right. Elder Scrolls lore is surprisingly dark. Oh, I believe it. Oh, there's a water bottle here. Wait a second. Hydrate. Kelly, did you get me a water bottle for the hydrate?
Yes.
Thank you. I didn't even notice. That was very kind of you. I'm just there's a water bottle here. Where did it come from? Thank you, Calvage. Alright, mustache. I will drink your hydration. Can I sort by... Yes, unread. Here we go. Succubus / incubus. Alright, let me chug. Succubus and incubus people are a red-skinned race of monster people who get their names from the myths and legends surrounding creatures or demons with an appearance similar to theirs. Succubi are decidedly not related to demons, however, since demons, as angels, are completely spirit in nature, whereas succubi have both a physical and spiritual nature like regular humans. Okay, so if you forget who somebody is, you can check, I guess. Oh, I like how his old school doesn't even have a name. Sophia is a bunny girl who went to Gabe's old school before he moved on to St. Thomas Aquinas High School. They found out too late that they had a lot of common interests in music and basketball teams. Oh, Nephilim. Nephilim are considered to be either half angel, half man, or children born of powerful and mighty men like rulers and kings. As far as what they actually are, nobody truly knows. Apocrypha, like the Book of Enoch, suggests that they are children of angels and mankind. Biblical scholars usually understand them to be the children of rulers and kings. Whatever they are, their origins are as mysterious as monster people themselves. One of the football players at Gabe's old school, Gabe never hung out with any sports club members, so his first encounters with Bill was highly influenced by Dave's schemes. The shadiest guy at Gabe's old school, he came from a rich family and was given more freedom than he could handle responsibly, which led him to lead a bunch of schemes that he roped others into, like planning big house parties and selling cheat sheets for upcoming tests. Ooh, we're getting the deep lore. Alright, let's go. No soup or lore for you, Neb? I will figure the lore out on my own. Imagine Calmage pranking Neb by hiding bottles of water around the home for her to find. Listen, I'm not shiko noko. I'm not gonna be jump scared by water bottles, thank you. Alright, harpies, dragonkin, slime, succubi, and even vampires were found among various other monster races, each reflecting stories from various myths from the surrounding ancient cultures. Average citizens were terrified. The governments called for a quarantine of these newly discovered races. Many religions call them cursed and demon spawn. Some countries called for their extermination. Many monster people tried to fight back, but ultimately they were overwhelmed by the sheer number of regular humans. An exception that surprised many, the Vatican made a call to action for Catholics in the whole world to treat these newly discovered humanoids with the dignity and respect that any other human should be given. Let's read the Vatican's description. Vatican is an independent country and city-state within Rome, Italy, and is a central location where the Pope resides to run his office as the head of the Catholic Church. When people say Vatican, they are either referring to the place or the Catholic Church as a whole, often used interchangeably with the Holy See. The Holy See is the jurisdiction of the Pope in his role as the Bishop of Rome, who has ecclesiastical jurisdiction over the worldwide Catholic Church and sovereignty over Vatican City. The reason that Christ's church called to bring the message of salvation to all mankind, and that if these monster people are sapient, they are still to be considered persons first and foremost. Still, people being who they are, most rejected this message, and monster people were subject to oppression by many of the societies who discovered them. Inspired by the civil rights movement also happening at that time in America, many ordinary people joined the efforts of the Catholic and Christian churches in their efforts to humanize these extraordinary people. The Catholic Church was instrumental in spearheading this movement too, having continued against the grain of culture, even going so far as illegally marrying people of different races against the laws of the time. That is a good question, though. If they're sapient, they're still to be considered persons first and foremost. So it's like, if there were other species of intelligent creatures on Earth, would they be considered redeemed?
I mean, you can read about the church's stance on aliens and stuff. They're pretty open to the idea of non-human intelligence being able to be receiving the sacraments and stuff.
But would they need a separate instance of redemption, separate from mankind's redemption,
Well,
or are they bundled in under that?
Well, since they're like the children of men or whatever, like probably not. But I don't know.
Because yeah, like maybe their intelligence makes them, because mankind, that's like, it's like the angels are pure spirit and man is half spirit, half flesh, right? So if the other aliens are half spirit, half flesh, would they count as man by that definition, even if like genetically they're a completely different species? Or would they be considered a different species because they're not descended from Adam and Eve?
Who knows?
I don't know. Well, obviously in this world, they're going with the, because they have intelligence and they are half spirit, half flesh, then they count as redeemed, it looks like. But it's a good thing to think about, I guess. I have a lot of sci-fi stories bouncing around in my head, and I'm like, would these alien characters be able to receive the sacraments? I don't know. But if, you say that the Vatican says that you would be able to give the sacraments to them?
Yeah, as long as they have, human-like intelligence or something. Like, obviously, you couldn't give it to a cat or dog, right?
Yeah, obviously. They have great pizza at the Vatican, apparently. I've never heard that before.
Oh, they do. Well, I don't know about in the Vatican itself, but, like, right outside the Vatican, there's a really good pizza place. Like, literally across the street.
Nice. Have a good night, Jay. You take care. Take care. Catholic Church claims to be the oldest branch of Christianity, stating that its origins lie with Jesus' founding of it upon St. Peter. The Church focuses on salvation through the 7 sacraments, which Jesus instituted throughout the Bible. They also believe in an unbroken succession of leaders from St. Peter as the first pope up to the current pope. Christianity encompasses a wide range of individual denominations with the common belief in Jesus Christ as the Lord and Savior of all mankind. Major Christian traditions include Roman Catholics, Eastern Orthodox, Protestants, and other non-Catholic Christians. While there are several differences in interpretation between denominations, they are still united by the various beliefs surrounding the teachings of Jesus and the need for salvation through Jesus. Today, more and more people than ever have come to accept monster people as just another race of people, but there are still those who hold such prejudice as to call them cursed or demon spawn. The passages from Genesis may or may not describe the true origins of these people, and it may be true that they may have come from a lineage cursed by God or the sinful actions of mankind. But children do not deserve to bear the burden of their parents' sins. At least that's how I see it. I'm not a Bible/religious expert, but I would say they would be able to. CalMage?
Please play the game.
I am!
No, you're like clicking on every encyclopedia thing. Play the game. You're literally not going to get to anything.
The game.
No, play the game.
I wanna read what the encyclopedias say. I'll speed read it. Alright, cool, I speed read it. Don't tell CalMage I did this. It's a secret. It's a secret between us. Wait, huh? Who said they're not religious? Oh. No, he said he's not a religious expert. He didn't say he wasn't religious. He said he's not a religious expert. Sabino, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good one. She has to explore the codex so she knows what to 100% exactly. Let's go. Actually, no, I just wanted to read it. I like reading. I like the lore. I like the deep lore. I gotta fact check these guys. Make sure that they're not spouting heresy. Alright, after an early mass in my hometown, we arrive a day before my first classes in order to unpack my bags and find my bearings. The new town is 3 hours away from home, so when we arrive, it's a few hours past lunchtime. Yeah, he's transferring in the middle of the, well, not the middle of the school year, but like a month into the school year. A month and a half, actually. So, or a month and a quarter. So yeah, he does need a tour. We grab a quick bite to eat in town before my parents drop me off at the front gate. My parents and I embrace in a heartfelt goodbye, complete with embarrassing hugs and kisses at the front gate. Hey, Calvin, I was doing the lore thing. He is in the other room. I remain behind while they depart for the dorms to drop off my bag so I can start becoming acquainted with the campus. Fast, everybody, say stuff in the chat so that Fodger's message goes all the way to the top so that Calvin doesn't see it when he comes back. Chat, say random things. Tell me what your favorite candy is. What's your favorite Halloween candy? Or not even Halloween candy. What's your favorite candy? I already read this. Maybe I'm just feeling optimistic, but it seems to me like the front gate has arms stretched open wide and welcome. Aww. Nobody thinks like that about school. I hope that this gesture is a good sign that I'm in the right place. Pondering, this is actually a really nice school. Like this, I think is a mix of 3D and 2D. I think the gates are 3D and then like the background trees and stuff are painted over. No way, those gates must have taken 1 billion years to make. If they are 3D. Twix big time based. Based. Twix is awesome. I hate Three Musketeers though, I'm gonna be honest. Here, you can have all my Three Musketeers. Whenever I get Three Musketeers, I'll call you up and I'll hand them over. Favorite candy is lore candy. Based Julian too. Did you actually go trick-or-treating? Nah, not me. I streamed. I dressed up in a raccoon hoodie. Pondering for a moment, I think about what life is going to be like once I walk through those arms. Academics aside, I wonder how different a private Catholic school will be compared to my old public one. I'm a cradle Catholic, which means I was born and raised Catholic. Despite this, I've never really had a deep connection with God. It's not that I don't believe or anything. It's just I never really felt any closeness with my faith despite going to church a bunch as a kid. Hello, Dreamer. Welcome on in. I'm sure there's something more to the whole religion thing, but for now, I just do my basic duty and go to church. I've received all of the sacraments thus far as well, the most recent having been confirmation. You haven't received all the sacraments, my guy. But I get what you mean by that. Sacrament is what Christians believe to be a visible form of grace from God instituted by Jesus. In Catholic theology, there are 7 sacraments: baptism, confirmation, Eucharist or communion, confirmation, marriage, holy orders, and anointing of the sick. See, he don't got no marriage, nor holy orders, none. Let's go. I mean, he might have gotten an anointing of the sick if he got sick as a baby. Confirmation is a Christian sacrament of initiation, wherein the confirmed, the one receiving the sacrament, receives the gift of the Holy Spirit. Christians, it is seen as a... Chat was covering the words. By many Christians, it is seen as a rite of spiritual adulthood, though not all denominations confer the sacrament exclusively to teens or adults. The sacrament's origin is often linked to the Bible in Acts 2, 1-4, where the disciples received the Holy Spirit during Pentecost. Oh, there's a lot of lore. There's a lot of lore, you guys. Grace? When did they even say the word grace? Why is this in the... Grace is the supernatural power that God grants to believers to sanctify them or make them holy. Grace comes in 2 forms: sanctifying grace, often called justification, which saves you from damnation, and actual grace, which is like a spiritual push that allows you to grow and remain in holiness. It is also the sharing of God's life with your soul. Let's go. Everybody's Catholic. Who here is Catholic? I guess nobody right now. I know Nevster is. Yeah, there's me. Also CalMage. Thanks, Dad. Wait, I don't get it. What was I saying? Oh, right. Everyone's Catholic. Well, I mean, if you're talking about the video game, it's because it is, like, he's going to a Catholic private school kind of thing. So, I mean, it makes sense. Go to an Anglican church that's sort of Catholic? Sort of, yeah, yeah. Definitely Christian. There we go. They put us through a kind of faith formation education class every Wednesday for a few years. Wait, huh? Leading up to what? What's going on? Oh, for confirmation. Okay. They put us through a kind of faith formation education class every Wednesday for a few years leading up to it. Yeah, that makes sense. They did that at my school too. I don't feel like I learned much from it, however. Surely there's more to Catholicism than just knowing the sacraments and a few Bible verses. I wish they'd just given us more straightforward answers to certain questions, like why we should even bother going to church on Sundays. Can't we just be spiritually close to God through prayer? Well, prayer comes from the Latin word precari, which means to ask. Oh, I didn't know it came from precari. Prayer is a means of communicating with God or the saints in heaven, although many non-Catholic Christians do not use prayer for the latter purpose. 5 ways to pray include blessing, petition or asking, intercession, asking on behalf of another, thanksgiving, and praise. Wait. What about reparation? Isn't that another form of prayer? Wait. Praise, petition. Whatever. Like saying, I'm sorry for this, please forgive me kind of thing. Hold up. Oh, people are scrolling by really fast. Yeah, let's go. CalMage will never find out now. Is Lutheran the same as Catholic? Lutheran is not the same as Catholic. Lutheran counts as a branch of, I believe, Protestantism. I think the only forms of Catholicism that count as Catholic are ones that have the name Catholic in it. Like, for instance, Roman Catholic, Eastern Orthodox Catholic, and I think there's another one that counts as Catholic that I can't remember. Greek? Is that it? I don't remember. There's another one that counts as Catholic too. But no, Lutheran counts as Protestantism. I'm pretty sure. Spend most of my time in Presbyterian churches though. Gotcha. Bro, you're giving thanks to God. Heck yeah. No, they had that. Wait, where is it? Codex. They had Thanksgiving, I'm pretty sure. Where is it? It's under P. Yeah, Thanksgiving is right there. Yeah, there's different kinds of prayer. You can say thank you, and you can also say we adore you, and you're awesome, and your thanks. No, thanks is for praise him, and then ask for blessings. I don't know. Hello there, Speed. Welcome on time. Welcome on in. I don't know why I said time. Haven't been to church in a while, but I did grow up going to a Methodist one. I'm gonna be honest, I do not know much about Methodist churches. I know a bit about other churches, but not Methodist. I think Methodist counts as Christian, if I remember correctly. Lutheran is typically a notable break from Catholicism practices and theology, but still under the umbrella term of Christianity. Yeah, Christianity is pretty broad. I believe there are some Jesus-believing religions that don't count as Christianity. Like, I think Mormonism isn't Christian. I'm pretty sure. But, like, usually I think usually if they believe in Jesus, they count as Christian. Don't like talking about what Christian I was raised of, but I'm not really that anymore. I'm a different one. Gotcha. Yeah, you guys, okay, I'm going to be talking about religion this stream. Please don't feel pressured into talking about it if you don't feel comfortable talking about it. Like, for instance, the Sabino Fascio. If you don't want to talk about what you were raised, I'm not going to force you to. Do only talk about what you're comfortable talking about. Oh yeah, that is. Haha! So we've caught one, not mistake. We've caught one omission from the Veggie game, alright. Somebody already made a Luce Luther meme and it's hilarious. Alright, I'll take your word for it. They both have priests. Most... Well, I guess most... I guess they're not always called priests. They're called, like, ministers or pastors or something. I think... oh, whoops, accidentally clicked. I think Anglicans have priests, if I remember correctly. You're responding to your main hero, not seeing the point of church. Ah, gotcha. Presbyterian. Yeah, Presbyterian, I believe, are also Protestant, if I remember correctly. Hello, Speed. Hello. Been called many things before, but a pretty broad isn't one of them? Huh? What did I say? Am I spouting random things that don't make any sense? Abigail's Lutheran? Yes. Wait, did I like start a sentence and not finish it? I'm sorry, Julian, if I said something wrong. They'll let them reader hear that. Okay, am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I wasn't too sure when I said that. I wasn't too sure when I said that, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I don't know. Pay me and my puns no mind. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, what was the thing that I just said? Can't we be spiritually close to God through prayer? Isn't he everywhere after all? True, he is. Regardless, I know that despite some of the people in the Catholic Church's history, the Church itself is largely a force for good in the world. It does seem to provide the most charitable services in the world, especially in the healthcare and education sectors. Plus, there's a good bit of wisdom in the Bible and through the stories of the saints. And I've heard some good things about that Jesus fellow. I've heard some good things about that Jesus fellow. I sure hope you have.
Are you getting yourself in trouble in here?
Yes, I am.
What'd you do?
I said I'm not sure if Mormons count as Christian or not.
Oh, well, it's in... They say it in here.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I would generally say if you don't accept the Trinity, that would probably put you theologically outside of what most people call Christian. And they have so there are several different parts of Mormon. There actually are Mormons who believe in, like, the Trinity just like regular Christians. But the main branch of Mormonism has a very different interpretation of the idea of the Trinity, and I'm not sure if that would really put them outside of what we would traditionally call Christianity or not. But, yeah.
Hey, thank you, Calmage. There you go. He's edumacating us. Our hero, everybody. I don't know Sabino Fascio. I don't know.
No, Jehovah's Witnesses definitely don't count because they also deny the Trinity. They deny the divinity of Jesus. They don't see Jesus as God.
Ah. There we go. Also, I just noticed Speed changed his name. He's no longer Need for Speed.
Yeah,
He's
NetSpeed.
NetSpeed. Interesting. Alright. Is there deep lore behind the name change? Even non-Christians can't seem to see much fault in him. I wonder how the God of all creation would react to being referred to as that way. As that Jesus fellow? I mean, as long as you're not being disrespectful, he probably wouldn't mind. Surely he has at least a sense of humor. Otherwise, why would he have humored us with his presence? You're taking two different definitions of the same word. That's not how it works, but whatever. Is Jesus also God? That is what Christianity believes.
Yes.
They believe that God became human and came down to earth and preached to the people, and then when he died, it was an act of a sacrifice, so that people who had barred themselves from heaven due to their sins, he would take on their sins and take on the punishment due to their sins, so that people who believe in him could go to heaven. That's the very, very, very broad terms, the basis of Christianity. Anyways, whether or not I'm close to him in the present moment, all I can do is move forward and do good for myself and others. And as I step through the school gate, I resolve to do just that for my own life and for those whose paths intersect with my own. I will go forth and become a better person so I can affect positive change in the world. Aw, a good boy. And who knows, maybe while I'm there, I'll find the path that God wants me to take. I step forward and begin my trek through campus to familiarize myself with the school grounds. A few dozen students are roaming from one place to another, enjoying their last day off before the weekend finishes. I start to feel a bit isolated since I'm coming from a different school halfway through my high school career, a month into my junior year at that. I hope that I don't have any trouble making new connections. Still, this place doesn't look half bad, comfy even. I think I could get used to it. I wander aimlessly for a few minutes, clueless as to where I'm headed, when I notice a large, beast-looking man walking in my direction. 2 giant ox horns adorn his head. I don't mean to stare, but it really is imposing at first glance. Besides this, I notice that he is dressed in priestly garb. New entry unlocked. Oh, there we go. Okay, he must be the chaplain, Father John. Father John is an ox person who has a hey, this wasn't one of those races that was described at the beginning. Father John is an ox person who has a friendly disposition despite his imposing height and build. He was named after St. John the Baptist, but took on the saint name of St. John de Saul, the patron saint of educators, after a strong spiritual calling to teach at a young age. While in school to become a teacher, he answered to a different call to the priesthood and became the chaplain of St. Thomas High School. Yay! Okay, well, Stream Raiders is up. Let's head over. Alright, SPG, CCE, and Carlos, thank you for placing units. I am sure, with our combined strength, this time, we will be able to succeed. But fascinating? Yeah, happy to explain. Like, if you have any questions, I can definitely do my best to answer them about religion and whatnot. Oh, not really a question. I was just, yeah. I think Sabina was asking if people believe that Jesus is God, and I answered it, and then I said, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. That's all. Aha, a headless farmer guy. A horseless headless horseman! Let's go! What'd you say?
I said I love it.
Yeah?
But you're like 15 minutes in this game, and it's been an hour.
I have been chatting with the chat.
Focus on game.
Okay, so this goes randomly.
Maybe less encyclopedia clicking and.
Are you okay, Kelvin?
I want you to see this game, and all you're doing is clicking on encyclopedias and playing Stream Raiders and drinking water. Oh, this is nice. This is nice fabric.
Oh, thank you. You talking about my skirt? All right. Anyway, I'm slowing her down. Yes, it is your guys' fault. Nah, it's okay. Oh, reading chat is fine. It's just not. No encyclopedias. All right. All right. let me take another drink of water then. While he approaches me, I wondered to myself if I should ask him for directions. Surely he'd be the one to ask for guidance around here. It almost as if he can read my mind, he asks me before I even have a chance. Okay, we need a voice for this guy. Oh hey, it has the date up here. I didn't see it. September 4th, Sunday. This is a month into the school year. He started like at the end of July. This poor boy. I'm so sorry for him. Have you ever been to Catholic school? Yes. Yes, I have. What's this guy sound like?
Hey there, friend. You look like a lost sheep. Can I help you find your way?
Yes, Father. I'm transferring here as a junior. I just arrived today and I was looking to find my bearings.
Well, fortunately for you, it's my job to help the lost find their way. By the way, I'm Father John. I'm the chaplain here at St. Thomas Aquinas High School.
I won't click it. I won't click it. I'm not gonna click it. I didn't click it. Pain. Was it fun? No, it was school. School is not fun. I hate school. Even college, I hated it. Oh, hello, Insane. Welcome on in.
We fight like men.
Resist the temptation. I did. I did. Exactly, school sucks? Yes. Yes, it does. Insane, guess what? Guess what CalMage is making right this exact second? He's making pizza soup. Pizza noodle soup, I think. There you go. Not lasagna soup yet, but he'll make that soon, I'm sure. Not all school? Okay, no. School, okay, well, there are some people out there who somehow enjoy school because they're massive nerds. I am not one of those people who enjoyed school. Not chicken noodle soup? Nope, not chicken noodle soup. Certain homesteader? Ooh, what homesteader? Tossing Pizza Hut into the soup? No, you guys can ask him when he comes back. He'll very happily explain what was going on. Alright. Something beyond insane happened today? Did you trip and fall into some lasagna? What homesteader? That's a no? Huh? Oh, it's probably... Oh, you're referencing something. What are you referencing, Dreamer? Because they're nerds. You're a different kind of nerd? Thank you. I'm a geek, right? So nerds are people who like math, and the geeks are the people who like... Or I guess no, the term can be applied to both of them. Never mind. Anyway. Oh, there's a fantastic cooking website called IamHomesteader.com. Oh, got you. Now I know. Thank you for spreading the knowledge. Geek is more like Comic-Con. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, Comic-Con. Let's go. Found your lost coffee cup that had your name on it. You got from Ripley's Aquarium. Also, my niece said mama for the first time. Aww. Cute. That's cute. So, yes, ma'am, you're that. You better believe I am.
I heard you mention the man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, that looks amazing. Oh, hold up. I need to show this on the crayon cam. Holy cow. CalMage, you know I can't eat this right now, right?
Yeah.
But it looks amazing. Hold up. Hold up. I got a crayon cam this. Oh, it smells amazing, too.
Inspired by our good friend, Insane Awesome.
Alright, okay, well, that's terrible looking.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't look quite as good. Can you...
Here, hold up. Let me fix this. Let me fix this. Oh, okay, hold up.
I don't know with that quality camera if you can make it look much better, but...
What are you talking about? You got a great quality camera. That's all cheese toasted on the top there. Oh wait, that's off to the side. You can't actually see that. Haha.
It is pizza noodle soup.
Look at that.
With bell peppers, mushrooms, pepperoni, and onions. And I put olives in mine. Because I wasn't sure how it would taste.
Delicious. Oh, I love olives.
Yeah, but I've made pasta sauces with olives before and they turn out really bad. So I wasn't sure how it would taste with this, so I was just gonna do a sample run here before I put it in the actual pot.
But it looks delicious and it smells delicious.
Okay, Sabino Fascio is banned, like right now.
Cal made enough to share with chat. I'm sure he did. How many people are here in the chat right now? Where does it say?
There are 18.
Maybe not.
No, that's probably enough for 18, but I don't want to make 18 servings right now because toasting that cheese is hard.
Ah, got it. Okay, let me catch up with chat and we're gonna keep on going with the video game. One thing I wish I'd been more serious with in school is learning another language. Learning other languages is a very handy skill to have, I guess. I do not have the... Not capacity, that's the wrong word. The aptitude. I don't have the aptitude for learning other languages. I'm very bad at it. Sabino Fosh is a big fan of it. Are the pepperoni cubes the good kind? I'm sure. Pizza noodle soup ASMR stream? Nah. We're gonna continue with the video game. Nice. Is that what you were groaning about?
The Pizza Hut, yes.
The Pizza Hut. Oh, not the Little Caesars one. Okay. Here we go. Yes, sir. I kind of guessed from the descriptions I've heard of you. No offense.
Haha, none taken. I know I'm kind of hard to miss.
Anyway, it's nice to meet you. My name is Gabriel. Why is this highlighted? I'm not gonna click it! My name is Gabriel, though most people just call me Gabe.
A messenger of God in need of guidance, then. How ironic. Well, I think you're in luck because a reliable servant of the Lord has appeared to us.
This is the Father Mike of this game.
No, does anybody actually talk like that in real life, though? Like, I haven't met, like, a priest. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna be critical. Father John gestures behind me to a monster boy who at first glance seems tired and unkempt.
This is Damien. He's in your grade and a student council member to boot.
Did I tell him what grade I was in?
How does he know what grade I'm in?
Oh, transferring here as a junior. Okay, cool. Ha! Alright, we're good. Alex Fanmate, hello. Welcome on in. Oh, foreign languages? Ah, well, good luck. Best of luck. As hard as it is to hear, probably the easiest way to learn languages is to, I guess, be thrown into it. Because then you're forced to learn, like visit another language and... visit another country and try and absorb it. Or so I've heard, anyway. Are you okay?
I love him.
What? There's so much cheese. Oh, heck yeah. His divine knowledge, or he looked at the enrollment list. All right, take care, Cringy Kronk. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being awesome. Have a good night and sweet dreams. Does Neb also like Little Caesars? Kinda. But I am Honoring CalMage's wishes and not eating it. Trying to learn sign language. Oh, yo, that's actually really useful. It'd be really cool to know sign language. Does the cheese taste good, CalMage? Does the cheese
it
taste
tastes
good?
amazing.
There you go. Amazing.
Damien, would you mind terribly showing Gabe around campus? He's new here and needs someone to show him around.
I don't mind.
He raises his hand in a short, motionless wave. A short, motionless wave? How is it motionless if he raises his hand? Oh, it's probably more like a salute. Alright, take care, Dreamer. Sleep well. 99 cheese. That sounds decadent. Definitely helps when I have a sore throat. Ooh, yeah. Or when you're trying to shout to somebody across a room or something.
Yo, I'm Damien, Daywalker.
I do likewise, awkwardly copying his shortwave while responding. I'm Gabe, human. I wanted to make a joke about me also walking around during the day, but I still don't know how people might react to unsolicited jokes about their monster race.
Well, it was nice to meet you, Gabe, but if you don't mind.
Not at all, sorry for keeping you. I'm sure that you're still pretty busy on Sundays, even after Mass.
Indeed I am. The work of a priest is never done.
New entry. Aha.
Best of luck finding your bearings, Gabe. Make sure to come by the chapel sometime in the evenings if you're ever in any need of spiritual guidance or need a confession heard. Of course, I'm always available in case of emergencies. Anyways, welcome to St. Thomas.
Not that St. Thomas. Not the good St. Thomas, the other one. The other one.
Oh, you mean St. Thomas Aquinas instead of...
Yeah.
Ah. CalMage is a fan of St. Thomas the Apostle. Big fan. These allergies, you got a sore throat now because of it. Oh! Well, I hope you get well soon. Like your cheese... The same way I like your jokes extra cheesy? Heck yeah. Do you like your cheese drippy? I mean, I like cheese in any state, I'd guess. Drippy or otherwise. I don't think she knows the name. Oh. Probably not. I'm now left in the Daywalker's care. Although Damien sure doesn't look like he has the energy to do anything but sleep, much less lead me anywhere.
So, you're a junior too, huh? What made you come to St. Thomas High?
It's a long story. Not really. The short version is that I got in a fight defending someone else, and my parents and I had a different perspective on the topic of justice than the school did.
Oh yeah? That sounds complicated. So what have you seen around school so far?
Just the front gate in here.
Great, let's head towards the most popular lunch hangout. Then we can head inside so you can see where our classes are held.
Don't you want to take me to, like, the dorms first so I could put all my stuff away? And I'll have to lug it around after you?
I have some business around there and elsewhere, so I'll get it done while showing you around.
Thanks, and sorry for the inconvenience.
Don't sweat it. It's my job to make sure all students are taken care of as a school council member.
Looks like I ran into a bigwig around here. Though he doesn't look the type, he must do a lot of good for the school to have the chaplain rely on him like this. With Damien at the helm, I follow him to our next destination. Next question! Did anybody have schools that had school councils? Because I know they're in Japanese anime. Like,
Mine did.
really?
Yeah, all my schools did.
Oh, okay. I've never been to a school that had a school council before. I'm just wondering if they're a common thing. Were you ever on the council, CalMage?
Absolutely not.
Nice. Insane Awesome wants to know, on a scale of 1 to supreme cheese, what's the soup like?
It's pretty good. A 7 or an 8.
Okay. Nice.
You know, I'm quite an accomplished cook, so, you know, it has to be pretty good for me to rate it above that.
Yeah, he is. He is a very accomplished cook. Council. Thought you said counselor. Oh, no, not a counselor. We had student government, but SGA is just as lame as IRL government. Nice. Okay, well, we have 1 count from Julian. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. I guess it's more common than I thought it would be. With Damien at the helm, I follow him to our next destination. We arrive in an open field with oak trees and picnic tables arranged near one another. The area is filled with students, the most prominent of which are a group of cheerleaders chanting synchronized cheers. I try to keep a steady pace with Damien, but I struggle to keep up as he makes a surprisingly quick beeline to the cheerleaders. By the time I catch up, the routine is finished, and Damien starts talking to what looks like the head cheerleader. We had student presidents and treasurers and such? Yeah. That's exactly what I'm asking about. Okay, so you had it too. Good to know. I guess I'm just the odd man out. Huh. Now I know. I have learned. My mind has expanded. By the time I catch up... Oh, I already read this. Unlike at my old school, I noticed a lot of diversity among the group. Half of them are ordinary humans, but the other half are monster girls. A blue-feathered, bird-type monster girl sneaks away from the group while I'm idling by myself waiting for Damien. I like the color of her eyes. Very blue. She must be a harpy. Oh, and she got them burb hands. Like the scales on it. Oh, that's kind of cool. I haven't heard much about them except what was told about in ancient legends. Mostly that they used to pick up random travelers and kidnap them with their sharp, imposing talons. This harpy's short, brightly colored hair and her light blue feathers lower the intimidation factor by at least half. Also, disappointed she doesn't have feathers for hair. Missed opportunity. Pretty color, though. She keeps getting ominously closer. She gonna kidnap us. I've had counselors at my school. Okay, well, there we have it. Confirmed. Count of 4 different schools with them. And if she weren't already coming closer, I'd say she looks very approachable. Oh, this is bugging me. The logo is at an angle instead of head on. That's annoying. As long as you get to pat her head? Oh, we'll see. We will see. Perhaps we can get the head patting route unlocked. These old tales can't be true, can they? I'm gonna click her head now.
Hey there, I haven't seen you around here before. I'm Sarah.
Oh, hey, I'm Gabe, as in Gabriel. I reach my hand out to greet her before realizing that it might be awkward to grasp a harpy's talons. Her hand reaches mine before I can stop myself, and despite how it looks, the inside of her palm is surprisingly soft and her grip gentle.
Nice to meet ya. So am I right? Are you new here?
Yeah, I'm a junior. I come from a little town 3 hours away.
A junior, huh? Me too. What brings you all the way out here?
Figure I'll have to repeat this a few times, so I quickly invent a way to summarize it for anyone that wants to know. Long story short, I got in a fight defending someone at school, and they had a no-tolerance policy in place.
Oh, scary! A ruffian or a knight in shining armor? You'll have to spill the details later.
Yeah, well, so this is the popular hangout during lunch hours, huh?
Oh yeah, it's where I usually catch up with all the latest gossip. Talk with all of my friends. Of course, there's an inside cafeteria as well, which is nice for when it's raining. The food's okay too, I guess. If you want to find someone during lunch or after school, this is the most likely place that you'll find them.
Just then, Damien cuts in.
Hey, Gabe, I'm done in this area. Let's go to the next place.
Alright, nice to meet you, Sarah. Guess I'll see you tomorrow?
Yep, nice to meet you too.
Sarah skips back to her squad members, bouncing on her feet with every step.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Chugging more water. Gotta finish this hydrate at some point.
Next up, our classroom. There are just a few things I need to get from there before we continue on.
Lead the way. Thank you for the blessings, Julian. We enter the building together and walk down a long hallway. Poster boards and lockers line the walls, interrupted by doors in even intervals that lead to various classrooms. Damien stops in front of a particular room and reaches for the doorknob.
Thank you, Sabino Fascio. This is our homeroom. We have about 20 students this year, including you, and about half are monster people.
Hey, got the crucifix up there. Very nice. That's a lot more than we had at my public school.
Yeah, makes sense. Not a lot of us feel like we fit in at the public schools.
What's different about this school? He pauses for a moment and thinks to himself. I didn't mean for the conversation to go in this direction. It seems like it could be too much of a personal question.
It seems pretty fine in my experience so far. Most people are friendly enough or just don't care. There will always be some isolated incidents, of course. Private schools can sometimes lead to elitism among wealthier students if the school doesn't stomp it out.
Makes me wonder if Sophia and really all the monster people would fare better at a school like this. I guess I'll find out this year one way or another.
You don't seem too bothered to be around monster people for someone who came from a public school. What do you think gave you a different perspective?
Honestly, I hadn't put much direct thought into it before. It always felt natural to accept others for who they are and not just by their appearance alone, usually. I don't know for sure, but I was raised Catholic, so maybe that. There's always a fair mix of people in the pews at Mass, at least, even if there are more humans than monster people.
Fair enough.
Damien makes a move to reach his hand towards the doorknob, but briefly stops and looks back.
Hey, if you ever have any questions about monster people, don't be afraid to ask. Most of us aren't bothered, but sometimes it's amusing what questions people come up with.
Even with the little time I spent with Sophia, I didn't have much of a chance like this, so I'll take advantage of his offer sooner or later. Nice one, Julian. Here, wait, no, this is getting pinned. We don't have a pinned message yet this stream. Let's have you be the first.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, wait, no, that's me. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. He turns back around and disappears through the doorway. I follow once again. I continue to follow Damien closely behind. He points out a few other relevant classrooms here and there as we walk along. Oh, I got little stickers on the lockers. You're allowed to do that. You're not going to get, like, detention or something. Wow, lucky. On the way to the library, we run into two girls who are arguing over something. Alright, we gotta have more voices. She's got, like, little meow mouth. She also looks really tired.
Come on, Eva. Let me see what book you checked out. I bet it's another steamy romance novel.
A relatively short slime girl is teasing a blushing succubus who appears flustered. I can tell at first glance by the smug grin of the slime girl that she's a troublemaker. Most of her body seems to be composed of a semi-translucent slimy material, all of which seems to hold up surprisingly well. Looking more closely, I notice her extremely sleep-deprived eyes and two cute little antennae poking out of the front of her hair? It reminds me of the rumors I've heard about slime people. I can totally see why people would think they are aliens, but I've never seen any tangible proof. Also, I think she looks the most monster-like out of all of them. With, like, the translucency and stuff. As long as you clean your locker by the end of the year, it's all good. Alright. Alright. Learning all the time. To her side, the succubus, who, despite her already bright red skin, appears to be blushing heavily at the slime girl's teasing. Oh, look, her shirt's untucked, too. She has two little horns protruding from her dark black hair and a slender tail coming out from behind her that ends in a pointed spade. Her solid black eyes are illuminated by her bright yellow pupils. And while she is also shorter than me, she still has a few inches on the slime girl.
Cut it out, Clover. It's none of your business what I got, okay?
Do not read her like that. Oh my goodness.
What?
Yikes, cut it out, Clover.
read it like that. Don't read it like some weird, sophisticated British woman.
Oh, she doesn't look like she has a high-pitched voice.
She does.
No, she
Yeah,
doesn't.
babe.
Do they have like an official voiceover?
Yes.
All right, give me the link.
She sounds like, eek.
She
And Clover's like, I promise I won't tell anyone except maybe David over there.
I think I got a voice close to that for her.
Okay, but for
So not British.
Yeah, absolutely not sophisticated British.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, I'm being shot down over here. She's taller than Neb, I bet. What, the slime girl? Pfft, probably. Do Harry's voice? What do you say to that, Calvage?
No. Would you play the game?
Wait, I need to think of a new voice now. Let me read back. Alright. Cut it out, Clover. It's none of your business what I got, okay? Is that better?
No, but whatever. Just play the game.
No?
Cut it out, Clover. She's a girl.
I'm a girl.
Read her like.
Are you seeing my voice doesn't sound like a girl's voice?
Read it
when
like
I
your
say it?
voice, then.
Gabriel's already my voice.
Just play the game. Play the game. Stop ruining evil. Play the game.
Ruining.
Also, this suit is fantastic.
Oh, nice. I promise I won't tell anyone, except maybe Damien over there. Hey, Clover, picking on Eva again? Don't be too hard on her. You know she's sensitive. Am not. Clover snickers devilishly. Anyways, this is Gabe. He'll be in our class starting tomorrow. Nice to meet you both. Clover eyes me up and down with a smug grin on her face. Eva looks up at me with some hesitation, but quickly looks away when she notices my eyes looking back. Likewise. Eva looks back at me with a slight suspicion and replies, Nice to meet you too. Anyway, we better get going so Eva here can start on her new romance novel. Eva smacks Clover's head with her book, which gives a distinctive splat, then rushes off blushing. That's kind of funny. Hold on, Eva. Wait up. Those two normally get along, but Clover likes getting reactions out of poor Eva. It's okay, I understand. As long as they're just friends teasing in the spirit of good fun, yeah? If they weren't both different monster types, I'd assume they were sisters. Yeah, it does seem that way sometimes. Anyways, this is where the library is. When you have more time, you should go inside and check it out. There's a wide range of literature to choose from and a pretty decent computer lab. Let's check out the gym next. Coming out of the back end of the school, the doors open up to a large field next to what looks like a gymnasium. Outside, multiple students are hanging out, throwing balls, and performing various other physical activities. I guess Sundays are still pretty busy for some of the sports clubs. Oh, that's me. Whoopsies. I guess Sundays are still pretty busy for some of the sports clubs. Not always, though some of us like to get ahead of the competition, especially her. As we weave our way through the various sports groups, my eyes focus on one almost entirely in sync. Okay, so this one's actually oriented correctly. Let's go. In the front of the group, a troll dragonkin leads their movements with impressive gusto. Ha! Ha! Yeah! Ha! It's quickly apparent why she's the leader. Ooh, she got cool Eye of Sauron eyeballs. Besides her extremely tan and fit appearance, she towers over most of the rest of the group. Two piercing horns protrude from the side of her head, giving her a rather imposing appearance. Despite this, her sharp gaze implies her sharp wits. Her hair is drenched in sweat, which pours over the shiny red scales on the side of her face. Alright guys, let's take a break. Just as she calls for a break, Damien walks over to greet her.
What's up, Ren? Working the team hard on a weekend, I see. Can't let a day off be an excuse to get lazy. Let no day go to waste.
Ren glances over in my direction, aware of my approach.
This is Gabe. He's new here. He transferred from a public school this year because he got in a fight at his old one.
Ren turns to fully face me and looks me up and down as if to size me up before a brawl.
Well then, maybe you should join the martial arts club if you think you can handle yourself in a fight.
I thought it was odd that Damien would bring up the fighting part of my intro, but it makes sense now. I'm a sucker for athletic girls. Well, there you go. I think this one's supposed to be the athletic girl archetype. A not so subtle way to advertise the martial arts club, I guess. I'll have to think on it. The fight was a spur-of-the-moment thing. I don't really care for violence.
No excuses. The martial arts aren't about starting fights, just finishing them when necessary.
Ironically, right after saying this, she playfully punches me hard in the left shoulder, giving a distinct smack. She smirks at me as she does this.
Just think about it. I'm usually practicing here or in the gym after school.
If it'll help me dodge your punches, I might have to. I say this while massaging my likely bruised shoulder.
You're funny. I'll see you in gym class then.
She turns to face her fellow martial artists and starts rallying them back into training.
She's one of the school's best athletes, not just in martial arts, but also basketball, volleyball, track, lifting. Actually, I don't think there's a sport she isn't good at. Speaking of, if you don't join the martial arts team, consider joining the basketball team. The season doesn't start until the beginning of November. Plus, there's the bonus that the harpy girl you were talking to earlier, Sarah, will be cheering you on during the matches.
Imagining myself being cheered for by Sarah, I almost blushed, but quickly composed myself. Wow, that was a very easy blushing there.
That boys blush when they see a cute girl.
Yeah, but he didn't see a cute girl though. He talked to cute girl for like 5 minutes and not blush, and then here he think about cute girl and blush.
Yeah, that's because Sarah's cute. Ren's not.
He didn't blush when he talked to Sarah before, is what I meant.
That's because he was scared of her at first. He
Oh,
thought
okay.
she was gonna eat him.
I'm just saying, if he's blushing just thinking about a girl, that's pretty unrealistic, I think.
Really?
Yeah. I think. Anyway.
Blushing when thinking about people. Who does that sound like?
I don't know. Anyway, I'll have to think on that too. I've never formally joined any team sports before, but I can't say that I'm bad at them casually either. Oh well, isn't that convenient for the player character? Or you can join whichever team you want and it'll work out.
Well, look out in gym class regardless. There's a good chance that Ren will challenge you and Sarah will be watching.
I'll keep that in mind. With the prospect of being staked out during gym by 2 monster girls on my mind, we continue our journey. We arrive at the outside of a very tall and imposing church. It soars high above any other building around, and it doesn't seem to be afraid of letting its presence be known. Still, it's only the size and sharp spires that make it imposing. The house of God is meant to be a place of awe, worthy of representing its spiritual head. That's a pretty nice chapel, dang. It's sad that they don't have pictures in the stained glass windows, but still, that is very nice for a chapel. Well, let's go. Almost no Catholic church building is worth its merit can be mistaken for what it represents.
Then finally, we have the chapel. Mass is held every Wednesday before school, replacing first period, and every Sunday at 10:30 a.m.
Oh, nice. You get to sleep in. Thanks. I'll commit it to memory so I don't miss it. Hello, Calmage. Welcome on into the stream.
Is that my first message?
Yep.
Oh.
Speaking of time, I'm almost late for an evening appointment. I'll catch up with you later.
All right. Thanks again for the tour. He didn't show where the dorms were. Where am I? I've been lugging behind my luggage behind me this whole time, all across the school, and he still hasn't showed me where the dorms are. Some leader. Alright, thanks again for the tour. I'll have to make it up to you sometimes. Good to see Cal finally making it in. I know. Stream ain't complete till we have Cal made chair. Don't sweat it. Later. He wanders off in another direction, throwing another one of his signature waves over his back and leaving me in front of the chapel's doors. The noise of the crowds of students has died down compared to earlier. I suppose it is dinner time after all. Since I'm already here, I approach the chapel doors, intending to just take a peek inside. Doors shut behind me with a soft thud. Oh no, they do have some pictures back here. It's hard to make them out though. I allow my senses to take in my surroundings. The church appears to be mostly empty and quiet. A few steps in, I hear a faint humming coming from one of the back pews. I reverently walk down the center aisle about a third of the way until I locate the source of the sound. Wait, sorry, what was it? Humming? Yeah, humming. A girl with a long black ponytail and a big red ribbon is leaning sideways in the middle of a pew. She reminds me of the members of a punk band I once saw on TV. The red and black striped stockings and the little skull on her chest really complete the look. Uh-oh, is the school gonna... Looks like everybody has a uniform. Is the school gonna let her wear red and black striped stockings? Also, why are they wearing a uniform on a non-school day? They're wearing uniforms on Sunday? Don't they get, like, free dress day or something? I guess not. Also, yeah, that slime girl had an untucked shirt. I wonder if she gets in trouble for that. Aria. Wow, can't believe Julian would spoiler her name for us.
A day may come.
Hello, Tofilo. Welcome on
When we
in.
forsake our friends and break all
Welcome,
bonds of
welcome.
fellowship. But it is not this day. An hour of wolves and shattered shields when the age of men comes crashing down. But it is not this day. This day we fight.
She quickly types on her cell phone while gently humming an unfamiliar tune. She doesn't seem to notice me, so I sit down in the same pew on the far side away from her to take in the reverent atmosphere. What? What? There's somebody in that pew. Why would you sit in it? You gotta sit, like, diagonally opposite. So as not to be creepy. I don't know. That's what goes in my mind. There's a person there? Oh no, gotta stay far away from the person. What? Perfect speech for today. Happy Election Day. Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, we had a voting today too. The people in the chat, people on the Discord voted for this game. There you go. Is that Catholic monster dating sim? Yes. Oh, you put it in quotations. Is it not actually? I mean, she is on her phone in a church. Which is, you know, kind of a no-no, but it hasn't seemed non-Catholic so far. I know, blame Calmate. You made me play this game.
What'd I do?
You made me play this game.
What's wrong with... Babe, you're not even playing it.
Yes, I am. I'm totally playing it. She doesn't seem to notice me, so I already read this. The inside of the church is adorned in all manner of golden colors, stained glass, and statues of saints. Oh! Oh, tell me more, Philo. Yeah, so far it's been pretty good. Well, yeah. Up towards the front, the altar is immaculate except for a long cloth covering its top. Behind the altar on the wall rests a golden box common to all Catholic churches. I believe it's called the tabernacle. That's where they put the bread after communion for storage, as far as I recall. Just then, I hear the front doors of the church swing wide open. Father John steps through, heading down the aisle towards the altar. This alerts the girl sitting on the other side of the pew of my presence. She stops typing on her phone, takes a quick glance at me, then gets up to leave. I make a motion to stand and get up out of her way, but end up stumbling into her. Do they... How? How?
Babe, the pews are really small. You've been in...
You leave. He's at the end of the pew. So what you do is you get out of the pew and then she leaves.
Are we going to talk about being clumsy?
Fine.
Who tripped on, like, 2 centimeters of concrete?
But this doesn't have anything
And
to
died.
do with this. can't date demons, especially in a church. I think their explanation for that is they're
not demons.
They're-
Demons are spiritual creatures, not physical creatures.
yeah, that they're like a species that looks like demons but isn't actually or something like that. I don't know. Just let's play the KFC dating sim instead. Listen, if I had my way, I wouldn't be playing any dating sims. Calvin's just giving me a look. Okay, I'm gonna play this dating sim. Let's go. Anyway, before I can move again, I notice that she has 2 fangs protruding from her mouth. She must be a daywalker like Damien. How do I stop this? Stop what? Stop the video game? Wait an hour. How do I save this channel from this game? I don't know. I mean, if I do come across anything like heretical or bad or something, I will definitely stop it, I'm sure. I wonder if they know each other considering how rare they are. Okay, can I make this girl British?
Sure.
Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, let me get out of your way. I didn't mean to interrupt. It's fine, don't worry about it. I was finished here anyway. She hurries past me and leaves out the front doors, passing Father John along the way. Father John continues his pace, passing her with a gentle smile until he stops in front of me.
Okay, you came. It shows a lot about your character to come to confession on your first day before your new school.
Oh no! That's right, he did say that he would be available for it. Sorry to disappoint, but my motives aren't so pure as that. Front of the church just happened to be the last stop of Damien's tour before he had to run off. By the way, who is that vampire-looking girl that just walked out of the church?
Oh, that's Arya. She comes in here every once in a while during off hours. I feel that she hasn't yet accepted the promptings of the Holy Spirit to accept the Lord into her life, but at least she seems content in the chapel's serene atmosphere. Far be it from me to prevent her from spending time in the presence of the Blessed Sacrament. What she does in here is of little concern to me unless she wishes to make it known.
Don't try to shoo him away, Calmage. Here we go. Oh wait, no, did I already read that? I don't remember if I read that.
What she does in here is of little concern to me unless she wishes to make it known.
A non-religious vampire in a church, huh? I've heard many strange things, but you can't get more out of place than that. I wonder if she just has a complicated background. I won't judge her for it. Live and let live, I suppose.
By the way, you may not know much about them, but daywalkers don't usually like being referred to as vampires. They are of different natures, after all.
Sorry, I have a feeling I'm going to be learning a lot of new things about monster people. If you want to do a lore dump, it's up to you. You should give the buffalo guy a girl voice? Nah. Too late. I already picked a voice for him. Is he a buffalo? Ox. Okay. Gotcha. I don't remember. I'll take Calmage's word for it. Fortunately, Damien did extend an invitation to me for open questions, so I'll catch up with him on that kind of stuff later.
It's good to know about people you'll be around every day, even more so for a Christian whose divine purpose is to witness to all peoples. Anyways, if you have anything on your mind that's bothering you, I can offer you absolution or advice. Whatever you're comfortable with, though the former will be more spiritually effective. It's always good to start fresh in a new school, after all.
I don't really have a reason to refuse. It would be nice to have a clean slate going into this new school, and a bit of God's grace never hurt either. It's been quite a while since I've been, after all. I've mostly just gone through the motions of going to church. Maybe this could be the start of getting back on track to being more faithful. It might also be useful to clear my mind of any doubt surrounding the fight at my previous school. Yeah, I think I'll take you up on that offer. But it's been a while, so forgive me if I'm a little rusty.
In that case, I'll guide you along the way. But if you prefer to brush up and meditate in private, we have pamphlets on the side over there.
He points to a shelf on the wall with many different informational pamphlets, ranging from confession to dealing with loss. Thanks, Father. I'll do just that.
Splendid. I'll head back into the confessional booth then. You come in whenever you are ready.
Father John smiles back warmly. I can feel that he's a genuine person who really cares about his students. He turns on his heels and treads reverently toward the confessional.
A bit.
In fealty to the Emperor, our undying Lord, and by the grace of the Golden Throne, I declare exterminatus upon the imperial world of this stream. Oof! And game. I hereby sign the death warrant of an entire world and consign 1,000,000 souls to oblivion. May imperial justice account in all balance. The Emperor protects. Dun 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 dun. Exterminatus has been called. Well, it was nice knowing everybody. Turns on his heels and treads reverently towards the confessional. Grabbing one of the pamphlets, I unfold the tract and skim through the beginning. According to this, it's good to start with an examination of conscience. It says that sins can be categorized using the 7 deadly sins, which you can use as a guide to determine what you've done wrong. Greed, lust, wrath, gluttony, envy, sloth, and the father of all sins, pride. Greed doesn't seem to be a sin that I struggle with. Granted, I've been blessed with a life where I haven't wanted for much. Gluttony, envy, and pride haven't reared their ugly heads in my life much either. Though it could be pride to think like that in the first place. It's interesting that they're taking us through this guy's, examination. Usually, I don't know, I feel like that's a private thing, right? I mean, I don't know. I guess it's the character that's supposed to be you. I don't know, it feels like it's intruding to me. In a balance, you gotta see if Bishop Sheen's prediction from the 50s about who wins the presidency comes true. Huh? There's a prediction? I haven't heard of that. Alright, have a good one, Philo. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry the game wasn't to your liking, but yeah. Hope things go well. Though it could be pride to think like that in the first place. I'll have to meditate on that further another time. I can't say I've ever dealt with lust before, but I usually keep myself too busy to fall into that temptation very often. Plus, we keep our computers in a common family area, so I usually try to steer clear of any sites that might provoke unwanted parental attention. As far as sloth goes, I can definitely afford to be more diligent in my prayer life and increase my acts of service to others. And if I'm wrong about my idea of justice concerning the fight, then wrath could be of concern as well. I mean, I don't think I was wrong to do what I did. I was helping someone else get out of a bad situation after all. It can't hurt to get some clarification on things, so I'll ask anyways. I'm definitely still holding some resentment for the unjust punishments that my previous school doled out on me, however. I take all these thoughts and meditate over them in the pews for a few minutes, trying to think of anything else I may have forgotten. Finishing my meditations, I decide that I'm prepared for my first confession in quite a while. Alright, I think I'm ready to go. I stand up out of my seat and head towards the confessional booth. With my off hand holding onto the pamphlet, I take hold of the door and go inside where Father John is waiting. Can send you a link to it on Discord. Alright, yeah, please do. I close the door behind me. The door makes an audible click. I'm trying to figure out what that picture on the wall is. It's probably a really... It's probably really a famous painting or something. I don't recognize it by looking at it, though. I wonder if I should sit in front of Father John or not, since that appears to be optional, according to what I just read. Oh, hey, we got our first decision! The first decision! We're 2 hours into the game. We finally get to decide something. Do I sit in front of him or sit behind the screen? Let's sit behind the screen. I choose to sit behind the screen. After all, it doesn't matter if he can see me or not to hear my confession and give me penance. I begin reading off the pamphlet, a formulaic introductory prayer that seems to simplify the beginning of the sacrament. I confess to Almighty God and to you, Father, that I have sinned. It's been quite a while since my last confession. Avoid heresy. Will do, Toafilo. Will do. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sending the thing, too. I'll take a look after the stream. First off, I could be more diligent against sloth by strengthening my prayer life and increasing my acts of service to my fellow man.
Very, very good, son. I'm glad you've decided to come back again. It's required by the church to go at least 1 year, but we can all use a little extra grace more often, can't we? Plus, we all fall short of the glory of God, so He is there to help us. As for your lack of good works, there are plenty of opportunities here on campus for acts of service for you, if that is what you seek. Do you have anything else you would like to confess?
Yes, Father. So I'm not exactly sure if this is a sin or not due to the circumstances, but the reason I left my old school is that I had gotten myself in a fight while defending someone else who was in an uncomfortable situation. 2 sleazeballs were aggressively hitting on a monster girl, and she clearly told them she wasn't interested. One thing led to another, and I ended up kicking one of them in the gut to get away after he got in a few good punches on me.
Well, are you confessing or are you bragging?
Father John chuckles to himself a bit.
I'm only joking. Of course, there are times when our anger goes too far and becomes wrath, but anger itself is a useful tool. When you're using that tool to defend yourself or others, it becomes what is known as righteous anger, something that even Jesus did when he flipped the tables in the temple. But what of the whole dialogue of turn the other cheek Jesus spoke of? I figured I would take this opportunity to get that question answered, since it seemed like a contradiction. In biblical times, there were many customs that need to be taken into context today, including certain idioms that were popular in the day. In this instance, Jesus was teaching people that if someone insulted you or slapped you on one cheek, that you should invite them to do it again on the other. He was pointing out the frivolity of such actions. There is nothing to be gained by returning an insult to someone who only wishes ill of you. However, that doesn't apply to the case when you or someone else is in imminent danger. In such a case, we defer to the other passages concerning the defense of the innocent and righteous anger.
Thank you for clearing that up for me, Father. I feel like I already knew that, but I'm glad to know that my sense of justice isn't too far from what the church teaches. I have a lot of thinking to do about all of this. I'm thankful that he's both knowledgeable and understanding. Phil Visker's timely tales of Puddington may be to your liking. Puddington? I know Paddington Bear. I have not heard of Puddington. Tell me more. It's really reassuring that there are people who can give clear and concise answers like this. I would also like to confess my resentments against the administrators of this school. I know I was right, but it's probably not healthy to hold on to anger like that.
Understandable anger in the face of unjust punishment, but yes, it would be healthy to let it go. Instead, pray that they will gain the wisdom that comes from God to judge righteously and with justice.
Those are all of the sins I can recall at this time.
In that case, before I give you your penance, I would suggest joining one of the school clubs, each of which would give you an opportunity to serve others, God, and yourself. For your actual penance, I want you to pray and meditate on the Lord's Prayer, focusing on the words, Our Father, especially in the fact that He loves us so much as to humble Himself so far as to allow us to call Him so familiarly, Abba, Father, as we are His children. And finally, I want you to say a prayer for the people who are tormenting you and your friend, as well as the administrators at your former school. It may be hard to do, but pray for a conversion of heart, that they may become better people through Jesus our Lord.
That might be fairly difficult for me with how I feel about them, but I'll give it some thought.
Now please pray an act of contrition.
Looking back down at the tract, I say the prayer at the end, which appears to hit all the right meanings as it was tempered over time throughout the ages. As I try to focus on what all the words truly mean, I begin to remember some of it from my faith formation classes. Perhaps I remembered more than I thought. As I finish, Father John begins his final prayer of absolution.
God, the Father of mercies, through the death and resurrection of His Son, has reconciled the world to Himself and sent the Holy Spirit among us for the forgiveness of sins. Through the ministry of the Church, may God give you pardon and peace, and I absolve you from your sins. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
It's a new animated short series he's been doing with the Holy Post podcast. Gotcha. I don't think I'm familiar with who Phil Vischer is. So yeah, news to me. yeah, if you would like to send me things, feel free to. At those words, I absolve you from your sins. I feel a deep warmth and even a shiver inside of me. The Holy Spirit, I cannot say, but I won't doubt it. Amen, and thank you, Father. Anytime, son. I stand up again, reflecting on the great mystery I just participated in. Maybe there is something more to these sacraments than I've been giving attention to. I've been trying to squint at this prayer that's over here. I think I can read it. I thought it might be like the act of contrition, but it looks like it's a passage. John 5:26 or something. Therefore, confess your sins to one another and pray for one another, that you may be healed. The finest prayer of a righteous person is very powerful. It's hard to tell. It wasn't a prediction, it was set up for a joke. Interesting you said it for 2024, though. Alright. I'll take a look anyway. Maybe there's something more to these sacraments that I've been given attention to. Oh, it's the VeggieTales creator. Oh, that's cool. Hey, nice. VeggieTales are awesome. Oh, whoopsies. Oh, right. Save. I haven't saved yet. Let's save. Do you really have 9 pages of saves? Yo! Quick saves, automatic saves. Dang. Lot of room to go back and when you get to forks in the roads. Maybe there's something more to these sacraments than I've been giving attention to. I gently retreat through the door of the confessional and close it behind me. Hey, you get a close-up on the altar. Nice, nice. Close-up on the stained glass windows. Okay, there's a saint here of some sort. I don't know, it's hard to see. I think it's because it's like a separate image layered behind the stained glass image. Maybe it's like a copyrighted picture or something. They didn't want to get in trouble. I don't know. Anyway. Still in a reverent state of mind, I start walking down the aisle, heading towards the front of the church to pray. As I pass near the front pews, I notice a certain succubus that I met earlier praying by herself. Aren't they supposed to be related to demons somehow? I instantly dismiss the thought. Even I know that demons don't have physical bodies. The reality is, I still have some biases left over from the media I consume and students at my old school. She looks up at me, a little surprised, but averting her eyes back down into the book she holds in her hand, trying very hard to evade my notice. I decide to let her be and start to pass her by when I hear a small voice behind me. Hey, is Father John ready for another confession? Turning back around, I see her looking up at me from behind the book. It doesn't appear to be the one she hit Clover over the head with earlier. I believe so. I didn't see anyone else behind me before I went in, besides that Daywalker girl who left, so you're good to go. Arya, you mean? Anyways, thanks. She gives me a short nod and hurries towards the confessional booth, her tail trailing behind her into the little room. I can only presume what a succubus girl would confess, but I won't be uncharitable. Allowing the thought to escape my mind, I find an empty space near the front to pray and perform my penance. Lord, I know we don't talk much except during morning prayers, but thank you for letting me have the opportunity to confess my sins to you this evening. Next, I pray the Our Father, focusing on the beginning like Father John said. The idea that an almighty being would humble himself to create us and call us his children is astonishing if I really think about it. I start meditating on all the different parts of the prayer and their meanings. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. When I pray this as a rote prayer in the morning, the meaning slips me by, but there does seem to be a lot more to it now that I'm slowing down. Is this the standard by which God will judge us? Will God hold it against me if I don't forgive others of their sins? What if I don't forgive those bullies and just simply never bully someone else? Is that sufficient forgiveness in God's eyes? I ponder this and more in silence while I think of something to say to God about those who wronged me as well. God, I know you saw everything that happened then. Father John told me I was not entirely in the wrong for the self-defense part, but I am sorry for the resentments that I've been holding on to. Please bring those people to a better mindset and a better understanding of what they did to the both of us. And help me always to be aware of my anger so that I only use it as a tool for righteousness. Amen. I hope that is acceptable. I always feel awkward talking with God on a personal level. Perhaps it's like any other relationship that just gets better with time. I can't improve my relationship with God if I never talk to him after all. Done with my prayer and penance, I stand back up and prepare to leave the church. Before I leave, I dip a finger into the holy water font and make the sign of the cross for a quick blessing while walking out of the door. Stepping outside, I notice that the sun has already set over the tree line. Oh, did he skip dinner? Uh-oh. Oh, she's still there. Sorry, but that image makes her look really cross-eyed. I look around at the empty courtyard in front of the chapel. The daywalker I saw earlier is sitting on a bench, quickly typing into her phone. Just as she finishes writing and lowering her phone, I approach her to apologize for startling her before. Hey, sorry about earlier. I know the church is supposed to be a place of meditation. I didn't mean to interrupt your concentration. Don't worry about it. I was just taking down notes of a few ideas that were stuck in my head. Are you a writer then, perhaps? Something like that, I guess. I see. Well, I won't keep you from what you're doing. See you around campus, then? I turn to leave to find my way to the dorms, but then I remember that I don't know how to get there from here. Actually, do you know where the guys' dorms are from here? I'm a new transfer student. My name is Gabe, by the way. I'm Arya. But yeah, go back around that building over there. Go straight for a while until you pass a big tree. You'll notice it when you get there. By the way, are you a junior? Yeah, how'd you guess? You just seemed a little younger than me, that's all. I'll see you around campus then. She picks up her stuff and heads in roughly the opposite direction of where she directed me to go. Younger than her, huh? I guess this means Arya is a senior. I still wonder what she was writing in her phone. I guess I'll just have to get to know her better to pierce the veil of mystery that surrounds her. I set off in the direction Arya pointed to earlier and make my way to the dorms. Finally, I make the turn near the big tree, and just as Arya described, I see the dorms in the distance. Walking through the common area, I see a handful of other students hanging out and catching up before classes begin again tomorrow morning. I overhear a conversation about the games they played instead of weekend homework. I overhear a conversation about the games they played instead of weekend homework, while another is talking about a girl he's crushing on one grade below him. Continuing into the hallways, I look for my room, number 143, right here. Oh, nice, he got a room all to himself. That's pretty luxurious. I open the door and take my first steps inside. My bags are in the middle of the room where my parents must have left them. So he wasn't dragging his bags behind him this whole time. So his parents dropped him off, left him, took his bags to his dorm, and then left. And he didn't go with them to the dorm. Or say goodbye to them. Alright. MC can put his bags down. Nice. There's a note on the luggage that says simply, "We love you, Gabriel, and hope you have a great semester at your new school. If you ever need us, don't hesitate to call. Love, Mom and Dad." Woman becoming president. Gotcha. 11:30, 12 a.m. a week ago before the time change. I must sleep. Have a good eep, Julian.
Good night.
Have a great night, and thank you for giving us a chance, even if it's not your usual thing. I think it's pretty neat. All right, Julian. No problem. You have CalMage to thank for that. You take care. I hope it lived up to the hype. I gather my things and put them where they belong. Good night, CalMage. Good night, Nahida. Oh, where is Nahida? Oh, she's still got her
so
little
drugged
cone.
Up. I was petting her earlier. She's like still extremely
Oh,
loopy.
poor baby. Yeah, she got her little cone pressed up against the window still. What a cutie. They probably won't remain orderly for long, but I may as well put them in their proper place while I'm thinking about it. I set my laptop up on my desk and my Bible on my bedside table for the finishing touches. Today has been very different compared to what I'm used to. Besides coming to an entirely new school, I've had more face-to-face conversations with monster people in a day than I think I have in the past year. It's not like they're a rarity or anything. I've just never had much reason to interact with them before today. I mean, it's not like monster people are all that common. This school just has a lot more than anywhere else I've visited. I wonder if the whole town is like this. Regardless, if I'm going to be around a lot of monster people, I better start getting to know them a little better. Who knows, maybe I'll get a new best friend or two. Damien seems like a nice enough guy. I wonder if he's sincere about being open to any questions about monster people. Considering how important he seems around here, I'd better stick close to him if I want a chance to get to know people. He already introduced me to so many people. Sarah had a bright and peppy personality. She seems like the kind of person that could brighten up your day no matter what's going on in your life. Red, on the other hand, came off as the type of friend who wouldn't just help you through a tough situation, but train you through it too. Now, Clover was an interesting sight. It's not every day you see a slime person. There must be only like 50,000 or so on the whole planet, maybe a few more in other countries. What?
I know that line doesn't make sense. I think, I don't know.
Like either planet's a typo and it's supposed to be country. I don't know. I'll have to shamefully admit Eva caught me off guard. I never put much thought into it, but I've only ever seen succubi depicted in most TV shows either as teasingly sassy or overtly sultry. But nothing in Eva's mannerisms suggested anything of the sort. In fact, she's one of the only monster people I met today inside of the church, in line for confession, no less. Arya, on the other hand, is exactly how I've seen daywalkers portrayed, not to stereotype or anything. She came across to me as mysterious, ethereal, and a little bit edgy, though she too was in the church, so maybe there's something about her I'm not seeing. That goes to show how little I know about monster people. As my mind races over the events of the day and the people I've met, I drift into a restless sleep, still not used to my surroundings. Tone of my alarm clock eases me awake. Oh, good thing I remembered to set it. My eyes open to an unfamiliar ceiling. I must have been exhausted last night because I don't even remember setting my alarm. Well, there we go. I grab my phone from the bedside table and check the time. It's 6:30 a.m. I force my body into an upright position and swing my legs over the side of the bed. Rubbing my eyes, I start my morning ritual. 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 15 sit-ups. Is that normal? Do people normally work out as soon as they wake up?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Might not seem like a lot, but doing it each morning helps wake me up and gives me energy. I grab a towel and my shower gear and head into the bathroom. After checking the temperature for a few seconds to make sure it's ideal, I step into the warm water. Call me weak, but I always find a warm morning shower gently waking me up a lot less stressful than a cold shower full of energy. I prepare my mind for the day by meditating in the shower and reciting my morning prayers. This time, I pay a little more attention to the words I'm saying after last night. It's always just been a simple Our Father and any other little thing that's on my mind. Something my dad taught me when I was younger. While your mind is still waking up, focus your will on God, and the rest of your day will go His way. At the very least, it has always helped me clear my mind and focus on my goals for the day. Today's primary goal is paying attention in class so I'm not left behind. I am a month behind everyone else, after all. The school sent me a homework package before I arrived with the expectation that it would catch me up at least. As I'm meditating on the day, I wonder if other people's morning rituals have any resemblance to my own. After finishing up in the shower, I put on my uniform and scarf down a quick breakfast bar for my morning meal. Where did he get it? Wait, if he's living on campus, don't they have, like, breakfast or something? Wow, can't believe they would only give the kids a breakfast bar and that's it. Tut tut.
You might have slept in and just wanted to eat something
At
else.
6:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
I mean, probably had it in his bag from, like, traveling or something. But still. Joey, hello, hello. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good one.
Hi, Joey.
No, it's not Tutankhamun. It's finger. Oh, right. Here, let me finish the hydrate routine.
He's making the joke there.
sorry, mustache, your hydration is done. I'm gonna crunch it. Get crunched. And yeet. Darn, I missed. Yeet into the trash can. Like how CalMage wants me to.
Imagine not wanting trash on your floor.
It's for comedic effect. You eat it and it makes funny bonk bonk noise when it hit ground. He wants me to not yeet the water bottles and instead place them gently in the trash can. So I've compromised by trying to yeet them into the trash can. Did I already read that? It's not ideal nutrition, but it does its job of holding me over until lunch. All the other guys wearily make their way through the hall and out the doors into the campus. I follow the steady but disconnected stream of students heading from all over into the main school building. Yeah, they actually don't have breakfast for him. How? Why?
Oxygen.
No. Bad. Get spritzed, school. Give your students breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. Hello, Jim. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good one. As I enter the classroom, I'm greeted by a familiar face. Oh, she's got like a cape thing. That's cool.
Pickle.
Who in pain? Speed's in pain. No. Who was in pain? It's not saying.
No, it was Speed.
Oh, it was Speed?
Good morning, Gabe. Did you find your way here all right?
Such a bright and cheery attitude this early leaves no doubt in me that she's a morning person. Good morning, Sarah. You're here early. Class doesn't start for another 10 minutes.
Well, you know what they say, the early bird gets the worm, though I can't really stand to touch worms. Too slimy.
Breakfast being the most important meal of the day is just a marketing ploy. It's not backed up by any evidence. Ooh, them some heavy accusations being thrown around. Now that makes me wonder if Harpy's actually doing this, though I'm too afraid to ask. Attack on Titan called. They want their cloak back. Hello, VX10 Rack. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. It's a cool looking cloak. Cloaks are cool, okay? Cloaks are always cool.
Anyway, speaking of worms, here comes Ren.
Ah, pun time. Badumts. I follow Sarah's gaze to the door and watch as Ren enters with a backpack slung over her shoulder with one hand. What's happening, Sarah? Morning, new guy. Oh, I get it. Worm as in... Never mind.
Good morning. Have you met Gabe yet?
Yeah, he was following Damien around like a lost puppy yesterday. I hear he's pretty good at sports.
Ooh, you'll have to show us in gym today.
The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Oof. True, true. I don't think there are any mice monster people here, though. But there is a burb monster person. I've seen Junie play this before. Yes, I blame Junie. Junie played it, and CalMage watched her play it, and now he said I should play it. So here we are.
Yep, slime gamer girl.
Let's go, gaming time. We can be besties. We can play Warframe together. I already read this.
Depending on how good your skills are, I'm going to have to scout you for the basketball team.
Not if I get him into the martial arts club first.
Sarah and Ren continue fighting over which club I'm going to be forced to join as they take their seats. With my gaze still focused towards the doorway, I notice Clover and Eva entering the room. Eva looks my direction and shyly raises her hand in a short greeting before finding her seat. As she does this, she looks more directly at me and blushes a bit before... Oh! You can hit the scroll wheel! And it will progress backwards. Cool. As she does this, she looks more directly at me and blushes a bit before focusing her attention back to Clover. I wonder if it's because I saw her before the confessional last night. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. I was there for myself too, after all. While I'm thinking to myself, Clover sleepwalks her way in, but still manages to find her seat despite this. Damien walks in soon after, giving me a quick yo with his signature wave and finds his seat. He looks about as tired as Clover. I wonder if his student council duties extend into the weekend or even late at night. By the time class is about to start, I'm still left awkwardly standing around near the front of the class. Fortunately, I'm saved by the teacher who opens the door soon after. She's cute. Good morning, class. A nun in her habit floats gently into the classroom. My eyes focus on the two circular horns affixed to the side of her headdress. I also notice that there is a cloth belt wrapped around her waist, to which is affixed a rosary. Her left hand is adorned with a plain silver ring on her ring finger. Obviously, she's not married, but if I had to guess, it's likely a symbol of her perpetual vow of chastity. The other students quickly wrap up their conversations and take their seats. I'm left standing awkwardly at the front of the class, waiting to be assigned a seat. I take a quick note of the whiteboard where the teacher's name is written, Sister Talia.
Today we have a new transfer student from a town 3 hours over. Gabe, why don't you introduce yourself?
I should have expected to be put on the spot like this. I quickly think of some basic things to say that should suffice as an introduction. Hey all, my name is Gabe. I've grown up a lifelong Catholic, and although I usually like staying out of the center of attention, I'm a good ways from home, so I hope to get to know more people here. I finish hoping that's good enough. I could have mentioned casual sports, gaming, or music, but I didn't think it would be worth mentioning them. I just dabble in a lot of different hobbies, but I don't excel at anything in particular. The class applauds in welcome as Sister Talia points me out to a seat near the window. Ah, typical anime pro tag, let's go. We buy the window, boys.
Whoa, that's interesting, but I sure don't care.
Oof. I mean, it is true. He is the stereotypical isekai MC, right? A blank slate for you to project yourself onto. I mean, to be expected. Fortunately, it's right next to Damien and in front of Sarah. Oh, Stream Raiders! I forgot about Stream Raiders. Hello, Carlos. Welcome on in. Sorry. I forgot. How long has it been ready? Oh, dang. SBGCCE, Carlos 235, Cordelia, Fox 10, Mulder 13, and Buddha Style. Thank you for placing units. There we go. Whoopsies. 25 minutes? I'm sorry, I forgot. Alright, can't forget this next one. Let's see, who placed the most units? It is a tie between Carlos and SBGCCE, so let me roll for that. Oh, whoops. There we go. It is a 2, so it is going to Carlos. Haha. Looky there. The dice have smiled in your favor. Ah! Thank you, Calmage. What an unexpected surprise. Neb time. You missed 2.0?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's slap down this guy. And head back over to the video game. She gives me a wide grin and excitedly shifts up and down in her chair as I approach. I take my seat as the teacher begins the day.
I hope you're all nearly done reading a book from last week's assignment. There will be a quiz this Friday, depending on the book you chose.
Most of the other students groan at this news.
Gabriel, since you're coming in partway through the assignment, I will delay your quiz and allow you the weekend to catch up. We're going over books that our Protestant brethren have written, then comparing and contrasting the many values we share in common.
You can pick from one of these 3 titles by C.S. Lewis. She hands me a sheet of paper with the assignment on it. The books in question are Mere Christianity, Screwtape Letters, and The Abolition of Man. I'll have to check one of these out in the library later today. It shouldn't be a problem. I'm a fairly quick reader. I stick the paper in a binder for safekeeping and return my attention to the front of the classroom. Each of these books provides us with a different perspective in which to view the world under the Christian lens using religious reasoning, philosophical reasoning, and narrative. C.S. Lewis once famously stated, "I believe in Christianity as I believe that the sun has risen, not only because I see it, because by it I see everything else." Oh, that's a good quote. I like that. What he meant by this is not simply that Christianity can explain the things that which we may not yet know in the sciences. A fallacy known as What he meant by this is not simply that Christianity can explain the things that which we may not yet know in the sciences, a fallacy known as God of the gaps, but that within this one worldview, all sorts of why questions can be answered, not in the casual sense, but as far as the sense of why should anything matter. It has an answer for every moral question and quandary, and when viewed as a whole, holds no rational contradiction. And when there appears a contradiction, it's usually due to a faulty personal interpretation. For Catholics, this isn't a problem, since we can refer to the church teaching through the magisterium. Now, the magisterium was established to keep and organize the findings of the church, as it has for the 2 millennia of its existence and beyond. All this religious theology right off the bat on the first day is a lot to take in. I believe it all, of course, but it's unreal to see it taught in a classroom. I wonder what the world would be like if basic religion and philosophy were taught in public schools. Would it at least encourage more thoughtful discourse? Who really knows? I think about Arya for a moment, remembering that Father John said she isn't religious. I wonder if she cares about being taught about religious philosophy, or if she just expects it, having been enrolled in Catholic education. Sister Talia calls out to various students about what they've learned so far. Her first victim is Clover, who, with more coyness than shame, admits she hasn't started reading yet. Sister Talia just shakes her head and sighs. Sarah whispers behind me,
Clover's a big-time gamer. She's more likely to stay up late on her computer than read, but I hear she's naturally smart, so she still has good grades. It's probably why Sister Talia isn't too hard on her.
Sister Talia's next target is Eva, who I thought would act more timidly in front of the class. She instead surprises me with a confident answer. Sarah speaks up again behind me, confirming my suspicions about Eva's hobbies.
If you haven't noticed already, Eva is obsessed with reading. Although she's a lot more book smart than what you might call street smart.
I like how she's just like talking. She's talking a lot in class. Like, dang, I'm surprised she hasn't been caught yet. She's just like chatterbox extraordinaire. Oh, let's go. That was great. The sound effect and the wobble. That was great.
Sarah, do you have anything to add to the discussion?
No, Sister Talia. Sorry, ma'am. Sarah zips her lips tight. I can practically feel the redness of her cheeks radiating behind me. Class continues along with no more interruptions from Sarah. I suppose she learned her lesson. After class, the class pours into the hallway for lunch. I expect most of the students are heading to the cafeteria, so I follow them since I don't remember exactly where it is from yesterday's tour. The menu seems typical of any other school cafeteria. A build-your-own sandwich station with a simple salad bar and a main item of the day. Today, it looks like burgers or chicken fingers with a few vegetable slices. Since I don't recognize anyone inside, I grab a plate, load it up, and head outside. The sun shines brightly on everyone in the courtyard. Everyone is either sitting and eating at picnic tables or standing around talking to each other under shaded trees. On one side of the courtyard, I spy Sarah and Ren at one of the picnic tables where there are several unoccupied seats. They appear to be having an animated conversation about something. I feel bad about interrupting them, but I don't see anyone else I know around here. Sarah seems very sociable, so I don't think it will be a problem. I might have to be wary around Ren, however, since she seems like she wants to measure up my athletic abilities. I should take this chance to get to know them a little better. I approach them while they're still actively chatting. It looks like Sarah chose the chicken fingers, as most of her food is still on her plate. Cannibalism! Meanwhile, Ren is responding with a mouthful of her burger.
He was telling me that a gallon of milk a day is the fastest way to bulk up muscle, and when he returned drinking the whole jug, he spewed all over the sidewalk.
Ren lets out an uproarious laughter. I think that's a typo. As she washes down her burger with her own bottle of what looks like a protein shake. Sarah chuckles at Ren's story, then notices me approaching. She waves me over and motions me onto the bench attached to the table. Hello, Happy Trails! Welcome on in. I hope you're having a good one. Welcome on in. Thank you for checking in. I will make sure your Neb coin is not lost. You can trust me. Hey, Gabe. Ren was just telling me about a guy at her gym who was trying to give her, of all people, tips on how to bulk up.
And he didn't even have the decency to try my routine after he embarrassed himself like that.
Ren takes another chug of her shake and with a wide motion wipes away a milk stash that it leaves behind.
So, we hear you're somewhat of an athlete yourself. What's your game?
An athlete? I am not. But I did play a little basketball in elementary school and did taekwondo in middle school. How convenient! He has done both basketball and martial arts. Why are you eating stuff at me? Wait, hold up. I need to... Okay, I did the hydrate. I'm just looking through the redeems, making sure I didn't miss anything. Speed did the check-in. Ah! Fodge wants jazz hints. Good thing I double-checked. Yes, thank you for the pie. I appreciate it. Jazz. Well, there you go. Hope that was worth it. Alright, there we go. Thank you, Happy. Appreciate it. My pie and jazz hands help bulk up. If you say so, I'll trust you on that. I know nothing about bulking up. My dad coached the basketball team, but I couldn't say I've kept up my skill set. I've only got as far as advanced blue belt in the martial arts classes. Trying to remember. Blue belt in taekwondo, how far is that? That's obviously not black belt, but I think that's pretty far. I'm pretty sure that's like decently far. I don't know. I know different types of martial art have different orders of the colors. If I remember correctly, blue belt's right before red belt, and red belt's the one before black belt. So like that's pretty close. I only thought to mention those two because they were relevant. I also tried swimming once, but I wouldn't want to have to admit that I quit that after I lost my swim trunks during an initial dive while practicing before a competition. Understandable, have a nice day. I would quit too. I love swimming though. Swimming's amazing. At least only the guys' team saw that incident.
Don't be so modest. I'm sure you're pretty good at something.
Yeah, you stood your ground when I decked your shoulder yesterday, didn't you?
My hand instinctively moves to my shoulder where she punched me yesterday. I roll it around a bit and can still feel some of the bruise she left, but I laugh it off anyways. No sweat, it only left a little mark. It wasn't dislocated or anything. Ren chuckles at my remark, eyeing my shoulder as I rotate it around in its socket.
Well, since you know a little about us already, what kind of things were you into at your old school?
I'm being honest when I say I didn't have a lot of focused hobbies, but I could pick one of my minor hobbies that I know these two are into and go with that. Aha! What kind of hobby was I into at my old school? Socializing, heck no. Martial arts, basketball, competitive video games. I feel like you have to pick martial arts or basketball to have it be a right answer. But come on, competitive video games, how can I not click that? I'm gonna do it. Martial arts is cool too, though. But then it might put me on her route, and I don't know if I want her route. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Socializing. I don't know.
No.
Competitive video games. See what they say.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna do it. I don't know. I just kind of played games at home online with friends. Mostly competitive shooters and fighting games. Ren perks up at the mention of fighting games. Ever play Street Fighting 4? Sure, I've played 3, 4, and a few others like Immortal Combatants and Super Mash Buttons. Nice. I like Super Mash Buttons.
Good taste! We should take a trip down to the arcade sometime and duke it out there.
Okay, so you got... So I guess the first two... So socializing probably would have gotten me points with Sarah over here.
If you incorporate that fighting game spirit into the real world, I bet I can make a warrior out of you yet.
I'm not sure that would translate well, but who knows? It does take some quick thinking after all. I'll have to think it over a bit more. Our conversations continue along those lines until the bell rings. Brian chugs down the rest of her shake, and Sarah neatly stacks the items on her tray for disposal.
It was great catching up with you. Ren and I will go on ahead and take care of the trash. We'll see you in gym class a bit later, alright?
Thanks, and yeah. Thanks, and yeah, see you there. I get up and grab my things and start heading to our next class. As I'm thinking about the conversations we had during lunch, I think back to the types of casual conversations I had with my old friends. I never really became that close to many people there. I would usually just hang out with the same few groups of friends, talking about the latest popular trending show or game that came out. I wonder if I'll ever have anything more meaningful than that, or if that is just something you have to get lucky enough to find for yourself. Am I at an advantage or disadvantage now that I have a fresh start? On one hand, I don't know anybody that well yet, so I can make myself anew if I want. Tabula rasa, ready to be molded into whatever I want or whatever a new friendship calls for. On the other hand, pre-existing friend groups might not have any incentive to open the door and ruin their current group's synergy. And I wouldn't really blame them for that either, I guess. At any rate, everyone seems to be getting along, whether they are a monster person or a regular human. Does the religious nature of the school have anything to do with that? I hope merely being a part of the larger faith community is good enough to open a door for anyone hoping to belong. Surely it is, right? As I continue to think to myself in the hallway, I run into Arya, who, as I recall, wasn't outside during lunchtime. I wonder if the whole Daywalker thing has anything to do with it, considering the sunlight. I consider calling out to her, but change my mind at the last second. Why would she want to talk to an underclassman anyways? Despite my insecurity, she looks up and notices me approaching. This catches me off guard, so I make a bold move to greet her. Hey! Smooth. She continues typing away on her cell phone, seeming to ignore me when she suddenly greets me back.
Hey there, Gabe, was it?
Since I ran into her yesterday, I've been curious about what kinds of things she was writing in her phone. She didn't deny being an author, but I get the feeling that she wasn't exactly writing a novel. Yeah, still taking notes on your phone? Or still making notes in your phone?
Sure, not that it's anyone's business.
Point taken, but I'm still curious. Arya looks back to her phone briefly, then starts typing again, as if she never looked up in the first place.
Song ideas, lyrics, musical notation. I play guitar, so it helps to keep notes when I don't have it next to me.
Okay, I can see that. Punk accessories, goth-type makeup, a standoffish attitude. Is it goth-type makeup, or is it her being a daywalker? I don't mean to profile, but she fits the bill. Hello, insane. Do you know that meringue is the #1 dessert in the entire world except for one country in Australia? They don't like meringue. In fact, they boomerang. I was gonna say, that's not how you spell meringue. But this makes sense. It's a joke. They do indeed. Boomerang.
Boomerang from Cartoon Network.
How much time do I have left? Got a little bit of time. That's a new one for me. Will I get to hear any of it during music class? I did sign up for that as an elective after all.
Probably not. We mostly do choir songs and popular music. I was asked to play once or twice, but I think they've given up on asking me to perform during class.
Fair enough. They probably don't want to force anything. I know she's not religious considering what Father John said about her, so I'll probe a bit further and see why that might be. So, do you do religious songs, or, I mean, since you were in the church and all?
Religion and I don't really get along.
Spiritual, at least, then?
Depending on how you look at it, maybe.
That still doesn't explain why she was in the church. I'll have to ask for more specifics at another time. I don't want to push the issue too much after all, despite my curiosity. Alright, well, I won't keep you from your thoughts anymore. She resumes typing into her phone while walking beside me. Not very sociable, I guess, but at least she didn't shut me down. It's still curious to me how a daywalker, of all things, came to be enrolled in a Catholic high school. It may be biased from living outside of their world, but it's my understanding that all vampires are evil due to how they become vampires. I know better than to judge a book by its cover. I'm willing to bet it's more complicated than that. Nobody with a free will can automatically be condemned as evil without the possibility of redemption. I should get around to asking Damien about that sort of thing. After all, Father John suggested that I should get to know more about monster people, since I'll be around them a lot more. I noticed that she looked at me and there hasn't been a typing sound effect. I wonder if she can read minds. That sounds like a vampire-y ability. The noise of basketballs and sneakers assaults my ears as I enter the gym. Some students have organized themselves into circles for warming up and stretching, while others seem to have started right away. Sarah and Ren are a part of the former group. Other groups of students head straight towards the bleachers to socialize or read by themselves. It kind of defeats the purpose for a class dedicated to moving around, but I'm sure it's a welcome break for some. Man, I wish I could have read books during my PE class. That would have been amazing. I mean, in some books, werewolves can read minds, though I think that was a creative idea. I have not heard of a mind-reading werewolf. Huh. Cool, cool, cool. It comes to... Yeah, when you think of werewolves, you think of vampires. It comes to me as a surprise when Arya walks past me and takes a seat in the bleachers, still on her phone. I guess they combine a lot of different grades for electives. That means I'll have her in both music and gym class. Also in the bleachers, I spot Clover, who is deep in a conversation with Eva. Eva looks like she is totally ignoring Clover while she reads her book. What a dynamic duo. Noticeably, Damien is absent from the whole picture. I wonder if he gets an excuse from PE due to student council duties. At my other school, we used to do whatever activity or sport the PE coach directed everyone to do, but it appears that this school has a bit of a choice. I guess it's a matter of if I'm feeling more active and competitive today or not. I could see how my skills match up to Ren, or just get to know the lazy bums in the bleachers a bit better. Before I even have a chance to choose, Ren calls out to me. So yeah, I've noticed we haven't talked to Eva or Clover, like, at all, basically. But we have talked to Ren and Sarah a lot. I'm wondering if that's because it's the demo.
No, you'll talk to them more later.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's a long demo then.
Yeah. For you, it is.
Thanks.
Took me about 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Well, I stand corrected then. Yeah, I was just theorizing that maybe since it was the demo, they were focusing on these two. But I guess not.
Oi, new guy. You better get geared up. I'm not letting you skip out on your first day here.
Guess my mind is made up for me. In that case, it's time to get my blood pumping and stretch out these muscles. It's a good thing I've kept up with my daily morning workouts, so I won't be too out of shape for this. I head towards the group in which Sarah and Ren are stretching. Kitty. As I approach, Sarah beams a bright smile towards me. To one side of her, a short cat-type monster girl sizes me up.
Hey, Gabe. Ready to show off those skills you have against Ren? I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for a true test of my skills against Ren quite yet, but I'll humor her. Yeah, you're on. Let's do this. I look over at the cat girl, wondering why she's still staring at me. Oh, by the way, this is Maya. She's a senior on the girls' basketball team. Hey, nice to meet ya. She pushes her fist forward for a fist bump. I respond by bumping fists with hers. Can't wait to see what you're made of. From what Ren and Sarah tell me, you're hot stuff. I wouldn't go quite that far. We split into 2 roughly equal groups. Besides a few other random students, Ren is on the opposing team and Sarah and Maya are on mine. Good, at least I won't have to completely depend on my own average fitness versus Ren's superior athleticism. She may be a girl, but Ren is still a little taller and much more fit than me.
You want to make things more interesting, new guy? How about we make a bet? If my team wins, you come and check out the martial arts club after school sometime this week. Deal?
Sure, I don't see the harm in that. What do I get if we win? How about you check out the basketball team instead? We can settle this once and for all.
Alright, deal.
Hey, wait. Both deals end in an obligation for me. Don't I get a say in this? But my protests went unheard.
Alright guys, I know we don't usually bother counting score in gym, but I want to put Gabe here to the test, so first team to 40 wins. Everybody cool with that?
Everyone nods in agreement, hyped to have a more serious game to play than usual. I expect that they're just as excited to know my potential as they are to play seriously against Ren. One of the students takes the basketball for the initial toss-up. Ren takes the center for their team, and I take that place for mine. We look seriously into each other's eyes with a competitive grin, ready to act as soon as the ball is in the air. The student drops the ball low, then throws it up in the air between us. Now, Ren already has me beaten height by an inch or 2, but the height at which she jumps astounds me. I'm not even close to touching the ball at the point where she grabs it and tosses it back to one of her teammates. He dribbles it down the court and passes it back to Ren for a layup, scoring their first 2 points. Looks like we're in for a tough time. Don't underestimate her. I mean, I don't expect you to, but she's one of the best for a reason. Time to put it into high gear then. I hype myself up and try to go full beast mode, focusing my attention, readying my muscles, and preparing to win. Competing just takes a different state of mind. It doesn't matter what you call it. Whatever it takes for you to focus yourself on your goal. In order to channel that focus, I should put myself in the mindset of a famous basketball player. Who was it that my dad was always talking about again? Which famous basketball player do I focus on? Okay, so I know Bruce Lee is not basketball. But these other people, I have no idea who they are.
You want the answer?
No.
Okay. It's Bruce Lee.
It's totally Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Heck
Is it
yeah.
a baseball or basketball player?
Heck yeah, it's Bruce Lee. What happened? Calvage! Why would you do that when we have 2 minutes left in the stream?
Love you.
He wants me to keep going. So, genuinely, if I were to choose, I like martial arts more than I like basketball. But I think I do like Sarah's personality more. She seems very friendly. I would like to try to be friends with her. So I kind of don't want to pick Bruce Lee. But for the rest of these, I'm going to guess randomly and click Drew Brees. Because that has a funny name. Drew Brees. I channel the energy of the great basketball player Drew Brees? That doesn't sound right. Uh-oh, I picked wrong! I still play hard, just barely resisting the urge to throw the ball one-handed to a teammate across the court. Regardless, it gets intercepted by the opposing team, and they end up taking it all the way to the basket for some free points. We keep up at a decent pace for the rest of the match. Everyone's spirit still seems into it. Ren is clearly the MVP of the opposing team, as I suspected, but the rest of them are certainly giving their all as well. Our team seems a bit more balanced, especially with Maya on board. As we get into the 30-point range, it seems like the game is going to be neck and neck. I steal the ball from the opposing team and speed past all the rest, only to see Ren charging towards me from the front. If I can make this shot just past her, it'll give us a real advantage, not to mention a good confidence boost. I noticed Maya near the basket, but she has another student guarding her closely. And I'm not very confident I can make this shot either. What options do I have left in this situation? Ren grins at me as she continues her forward sprint. I've got to make a quick choice. Pass it to Maya. Better play it safe and pass it to Maya. That way the pressure is off me so I can focus on dodging this giant dragon girl who is just short of taking me out. I recklessly toss the ball to Maya despite the opposing team member covering her position. Unfortunately, this leads to a bad throw, and the opposing team member ends up stealing and scoring because of it. Meanwhile, Ren continues her forward momentum, eager to stop me from taking action. I don't know what she's thinking, but she's getting awfully close to hitting me. And then, smack. Ren's body collides into mine, sending me flying backward onto MaiBear and sliding me back further another few feet. Wow! I call foul!
Whoops, sorry about that. Sometimes I get a little too enthusiastic and lose my sense of depth.
Ren continued. That seems like quite the flaw to have in a basketball game. Ren continues over to me and offers a hand to help me back up. I graciously accept the offer. We gave it our all, but in the end, it didn't manage to beat Ren's team. Somehow, I think if I was in a better mindset, we could have managed it. Too bad I don't know the names of any basketball players. No use dwelling on it, however, it's just a game after all. While I stand back up with Ren's help, Sarah and Maya jog over to give their 2 cents on the game. So close! We were so close!
But not close enough. We really put the pressure on you, huh?
It was a good game for sure. I don't have any regrets about how we played, and it really pushed us all to the max. Yeah, I think I got a lot out of that. Win or lose, it was a good game all around.
I think so too. But your loss means you gotta come to a martial arts club practice tomorrow. Maybe we can teach you not to freeze up when someone bigger than you is rushing towards you.
Ren's self-awareness of the crashing incident makes me believe that she meant to tackle me on purpose.
Don't take it personally. Even I'd hesitate in the face of Ren. If you practice a bit more, I'm sure you could still make the basketball team if you end up not liking the martial arts club.
Maya's right. Maybe I just need to toughen up a bit. Regardless, a bet is a bet, even if I didn't really get a say in it. We'll see. I still haven't made up my mind either way. My blood is already pumping from this game, so it would be a shame to lose the momentum now.
That's the spirit. I'll see you there tomorrow then. Great.
She slaps my back hard. She has a tail? Her tail slams me against the ground as her hand connects to my back, almost staggering me a bit. Sarah, Ren, and Maya walk away towards their locker room while I try and regain my balance from Ren's blow. By that time, the bell rings, and the rest of us hurry to the locker rooms to change before we are late for our next class. Alright, I'm going to save here. Well, no, cancel. Save here. There we go. I'm going to head over to Stream Raiders. Hello to Bearer of Peas. Hello. Welcome on in. Hi, everyone. I finally get to see what this is. I'm very sorry, but you joined at just the wrong time. We are at the 3-hour mark, unfortunately. So we won't be playing it for the rest of the thingy. But welcome on in, and there's always a mod. Let's see here. Stream Raiders. Buddha Style, Calmage, Flame Fist RS, TKD Squid 73, Cordelia, and Chaotic Jake. Thank you very much for placing units. There you go. It looks like it is a tie between Buddha Style and Calmage for the most units. What's it, yours favorite ice cream flavor? Cookie dough. Nice. Very nice.
I was supposed to place vampires. Whoopsie dipsies. Oh, hey, we have a tie. And we have the same reward for each. Calmage, do you have a preference? You want vampire or lancer?
Lancer.
Lancer for Calmage. And then for Buddha style, the other one. Alright, and that is it for Stream Raiders. I'm gonna head over here. Turn on some background music. But yeah, sorry, Bearer of Peace. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to call it here for today. But we're happy to have you. And don't forget to check in. I hope nobody forgot to check in. And yeah. I'm gonna figure out who's live and we're gonna send you guys on a raid.
No, you need to tell us who you liked.
I mean, I haven't talked to
Are you
Evil
sure about
or
that?
Clover, like, at all.
You only got like 25%.
Tane. I'm very curious about Eva and Clover. I do want to get to know them. I guess of Sarah and Arya and Dragon Girl. What's her name? Ren. Between those three, I think I like Sarah best. She's very friendly, which is good because I don't know how to be a good friend. So she does all the heavy lifting. Right? That's how introverts make friends, is an extrovert adopts them. She's definitely an extrovert. Yeah, I think I like her the best of those three.
Sarah?
Yeah. But I have a feeling I'd probably like the other two better. But I don't know yet. Anyway. Bravo! Welcome on in! Welcome. Alright, well, and also goodbye. We are going to be figuring out who we're going to raid. Let's see. I'm going to double the Mega Yeet. There we go. That's doubled. Now I'm tabbing out of the redeems. If you guys do any more, I will not be able to see them. Alright, I need to figure out who to raid. What is this? I don't recognize this name. I do not recognize this name. Maybe it's somebody who rebranded, or maybe it's somebody I followed like ages and ages and ages ago and forgot that they existed, maybe? Let me see. Who am I gonna write? Got a large selection of people. I don't think we've raided Kevin before. Let's raid Kevin. I'm pretty sure we haven't raided him. Hi, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Bravo. Bye-bye. Alright, did I spell this right? Yes, I did. Alright, we're going to be raiding... Wait. No, first I need to make sure he's not ending his stream.
Nice.
He's good? Alright, thank you. Okay, cool. In that case, we're gonna head over to Kevin. He is playing Call of Duty Black Ops, and it looks like he's playing with some people, so you guys can have fun over there. We have this, and we have this. Make sure to copy and paste the first message if you are not subscribed, because that one is universal across all of Twitch. If you are subscribed, you can copy and paste this one down here, because that one is has some subscriber emotes on it. I thought this was a raccoon free zone. Yes, it is. We do not approve of raccoons over here. This was a subathon goal. If you people threw enough money at the screen, I would make a raccoon hoodie. And people threw money at the screen, so I made a raccoon hoodie. Or onesie, not hoodie. Anyway, you guys have fun. Make sure to have a high energy raid. Please, please, please spam the heck out of the raid messages. I beg of thee. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you enjoyed Neb playing a dating sim. Poor Calmage died because I didn't finish the game.
I'll probably play it on my own time off stream. But in the meantime, you guys take care. And remember, if you ever said that you can't kill anyone in Ariel, you can always kill them with kindness. Bye!